You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page and YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2017 Long Island Ducks season ticket packages are on sale now. Enjoy the best savings and most benefits available to cheer on your hometown team. 10-game mini plans are also on sale and offer fans the same great seats for 10 games throughout 2017, as well as many other exciting opportunities. To find out more information and secure your seats for the 18th season of Ducks baseball, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. The Bethpage Ballpark box office is now open for individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fans can also purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX or by visiting liducks.com and clicking on the tickets icon. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smoke and Owls party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the dream team. Group ticket packages for the 2017 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, call 631-940-3825 or visit liducks.com. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle In Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking on the merchandise icon. Store hours on game days are noon to 4 p.m. and during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. Quacker Jack, the 7-time Best Long Island Mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page and YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2017 Long Island Ducks season ticket packages are on sale now. Enjoy the best savings and most benefits available to cheer on your hometown team. 10-game mini plans are also on sale and offer fans the same great seats for 10 games throughout 2017, as well as many other exciting opportunities. To find out more information and secure your seats for the 18th season of Ducks baseball, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. The Bethpage Ballpark box office is now open for individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fans can also purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX or by visiting liducks.com and clicking on the tickets icon. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smokin' Al's party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the dream team. Group ticket packages for the 2017 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, call 631-940-3825 or visit liducks.com.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one flag away from the championship. Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch! Adam Bailey makes the catch! And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
Swinging a ground ball, hit toward short, charging in his lines. He fields, throws to first. The comeback is complete. From 2-0 down in the series, the Long Island Ducks have won 3 in a row at home. And for the 5th time in franchise history, they will head to the Atlantic League Championship Series.
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks pregame show.
We are live here at Bethpage Ballpark in Central Islip, New York. It is time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. And tonight it is game 2 of this day-night doubleheader, the nightcap of the Twin Bill, as the Long Island Ducks take on the Lancaster Barnstormers in game number 3 of a 4-game series. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Pollack. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play for all of tonight's action. Thank you so much for tuning in here on liducks.com and Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Together they make up the Long Island Ducks broadcast network. Game 1 of this doubleheader did not go the way the Ducks were looking for, as the Barnstormers came away with a 6-4 win, and they have now taken the first 2 games of this 4-game set. To recap game 1, the Ducks took an early lead against Jarrett Leverett, the former Long Island Duck, who is the starting pitcher for the Barnstormers. In the first inning, Phelan Lentini singled to center to open up the inning. He stole second, he stole third, and Delta Cleary Jr. would bring him in. And now a 3-ball, 1-strike pitch from Jarrett Leverett. Cleary Jr., a line drive up the middle and a center field base hit. Nearly took Leverett's head off. Lentini trots home from third on the RBI single from Delta Cleary Jr. Ducks strike first, and they lead it 1-0. So an RBI single from Delta Cleary Jr. made it 1-0, but in the second inning, the Barnstormers plated 2 against Duck starter Dennis O'Grady. Casey Hobson, a leadoff solo home run tonight, the start of a great day for him. Garrett Weber then doubled with nobody out, was sacrificed to third, and then with 2 outs, an RBI single to center by Vladimir Frias made it a 2-1 game. They added another in the third on a 2-out RBI double by Garrett Weber to make it a 3-1 game. But in the bottom of the third, the Ducks took the lead back. Dan Lyon singled to open the inning, stole second base, and with 1 out, Cleary Jr. came back to the plate. Here comes a 2-0. Kicking the pitch on the way, swinging a line drive up the middle, base hit into center field. Lions will around third. Here comes the throw in from Darian Sanford to the plate. It's cut off by Casey Hobson. Delta Cleary Jr. with his second RBI single of the day. And it's now a 1-run game at 3-2 here in the third inning. So Cleary Jr. another RBI single that made it 3-2, and the next pitch, Angelo Sanko put the Ducks in front. Here is Sanko from the left side, first pitch from Leverett. Sanko crushes one deep in the air to right field. Gindel watches it fly. You can forget it. Over both walls in right. It is a mammoth 2-run home run for Angelo Sanko. It is his 9th home run of the season, and just like that, the Ducks are back on top as they lead it 4-3. Here in the bottom half of inning number 3. 9th home run of the year for Sanko gave the Ducks a 4-3 advantage, but the lead would not last for long. In the 4th inning with 1 out, Darian Sanford singled to left, and on a 6-4 fielder's choice, Rico Noel reached. So 2 outs, 1 on, a chance to get out of the inning. But O'Grady walked Caleb Gindel, and Casey Hobson followed with an 0-1 pitch. He crushed a 3-run home run over the wall in right. His second homer of the day, 9th of the season, gave the Barnstormers a 6-4 lead. Leverett would finish it off from there in the 5th inning, keeping the Ducks off the scoreboard in both the 4th and the 5th. In the 6th inning, it was Kevin Munson, and then the 7th, Anthony Carter. The Ducks fell 6-4 in the opening game of this doubleheader. Take a break. When we come back, I will sit down with one of the 2 players who hit home runs in Game 1 of the doubleheader. That is Long Island Ducks outfielder Angelo Sanco.
Hey fans, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1. That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Back at Bethpage Ballpark, where the fans continue to pile in for the nightcap of today's day-night doubleheader, 3rd game of the 4-game series between the Ducks and the Barnstormers. Well, in between games, I caught up with Angelo Sanco, who hit his 9th home run of the season in Game 1, another Titanic blast. It seems every time he goes deep, he hits a mammoth shot. And so I caught up with Sanco to discuss how the Ducks need to find a way to silence this Barnstormers lineup and the Ducks' ability of late to find their way back into games that they are trailing. Angelo, a wild back and forth game in that first one. Seesaw affair. You guys have the lead. They take it. Then you take it back. They take it back. How tough is it to play in one of those games where the lead seems to be changing every inning?
Oh, it's really a lot of fun. You know, going back and forth. Offense is going, pitches is going. It's like, well, who's going to be the last man standing? But unfortunately, we were on the losing end of that one. But, you know, we got Game 2 coming up here shortly, and we're ready to go.
Their lineup just seems to, from top to bottom, have so many guys in it where there's almost no holes. It's 1 through 9. They've got guys that are going out and getting the job done. And obviously you're not a pitcher, but what is it going to take for an opposing pitcher to keep them, A, inside the ballpark and B, shut their lineup down like the bullpen did last night?
Just keep them off balance. You know, when you have a lineup like theirs, it's a matter of mixing your pitches, you know, making good quality pitches, and try not to make a mistake. And, you know, with Game 2 coming up, that's what we're going to do.
You guys had some good swings, you particularly against Jarrett Leverett. You hitting your 9th home run of the year. What did you see from what he was doing that was making him ineffective when you guys were getting those hits off of him, but the rest of the time that was enabling him to get the outs?
Just when we're swinging at good pitches, you know, we kind of go off, you know, our first time around at bats and just kind of see what he's working with, and we kind of measure from there and kind of go from there.
Dennis O'Grady has been so strong for you guys this year. Didn't seem to have his best up today, especially his pinpoint accuracy like he did his last time out. Was that what you noticed out in the field, that he just seemed to not have that same sharpness or bite like he had his last time out?
He battled through his stuff. You know, he really kept us in the game, and our offense we came back there a little bit, and he just kept us in the game. That's what he does. That's what good pitchers do. And, you know, we're just on the short end of the stick today.
You guys went down 3-1, but in that 3rd inning, you guys fought right back, got that lead, and it's been kind of a theme for this team of late, fighting back in games where you've fallen behind. Are you happy with the way this team is showing that never say die attitude, even in these games where you guys have come out on the wrong end?
Yeah, anytime you get down in any games, it's no fun. But, you know, we as a whole, we know we can always come back, and we've shown we can. And, you know, sometimes it's going to be in our favor, and sometimes we're just going to fall a little bit short like we did today. But, again, that's baseball, and that's what happens. And you just try and bounce back, and it's always on to the next one.
Today's your 6th doubleheader already in the first about month and a half of the season. Has it physically, mentally kind of worn on you guys a little bit at this point?
You know, it's baseball. Anytime you get a chance to play, you know, you try not to take it for granted. And, you know, doubleheaders are typically not ideal, but when you got them, you have to kind of prepare yourself mentally when you wake up and kind kind of go from there and make sure you get all your work done, get all your prep work done, and recharge the batteries after game 1 and go from there.
Game 2 tonight, Tim Melville is going to be on the mound. He's thrown 11 scoreless innings over his last 2 starts. What has made Melville particularly effective?
Mixing his pitches. He's got a good changeup, good breaking ball, electric fastball, like I keep saying to him. And when he does that, he's really effective and he's off balance. And we hope he has the stuff today, keep those hitters off balance today.
And likely going to see Jordan Pacheco in his first game with the Ducks, new to this clubhouse, former Major League catcher. How much is his experience at the highest level going to help this team? And so far in your interactions, how much have you guys welcomed him into this clubhouse?
Oh, we welcome him with open arms. Anytime you get a new guy, especially with a guy with big league experience, you try and feed off him, trying to feed off his experience. I mean, obviously we have a couple other guys that's been in the big leagues before, and having another presence like him, you try and pick his brain, kind of see, what he's got, what he's learned, and go from there.
Thanks so much, Angelo. Best of luck in Game 2 tonight.
Appreciate it.
That's Angelo Sanko of the Long Island Ducks. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll look at the pitching matchup, the starting lineups, and the first pitch.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Billy Horn, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Back at Bethpage Ballpark, getting ready for tonight's game between the Long Island Ducks and the Lancaster Barnstormers, nightcap of this day-night doubleheader. Tim Melville will start tonight for the Long Island Ducks. He is 2-2 with a 2.59 ERA through 6 starts on the year. 5 of the 6 have been here at Bethpage Ballpark, and he comes in having thrown 11 consecutive innings of shutout baseball. Picked up the win last Sunday here against Somerset with 6 scoreless innings, allowing just 3 hits and 2 walks while striking out 8. Meanwhile, Brad Bergeson will go for the Barnstormers. The former big leaguer has made 5 starts with Lancaster. He is 2-2 with a 4.35 ERA and has lost his last 2 outings, allowing 6 earned runs in both. Let's turn it over right now to the Nokomis Elementary School Chorus out of Holbrook. They are on the field behind home plate, and they will perform our national anthem. Excellent job by the Nokomis Elementary School Chorus out of Holbrook with tonight's national anthem here on Memorial Day weekend. Joined on the field by tonight's dream team, the 9-and-under Dirt Dogs out of Canton, Massachusetts. Color guard over at third base was Cub Scout Pack 362 out of East Meadow. And also joining them on the field today was the graduation lineup out of the Coram Elementary School 4th grade class. So thanks to all of them for coming out today and enjoying tonight's ball game. We mentioned the pitching matchup of Tim Melville and Brad Bergeson. Now it is time for the starting lineups for tonight's game. For the Lancaster Barnstormers, who are managed by Ross Peoples, Darian Sanford is going to lead things off once again. He is the center fielder for Lancaster. Rico Noel is at shortstop. He bats second. Caleb Gindel will get the half game as the designated hitter. And in the cleanup spot is the first baseman, that is Casey Hobson. Batting fifth at third base, Sean Halton. The sixth hitter is the second baseman, Garrett Weber. Lastings Millage, the former New York Met, is in left field, and he will bat seventh. Trayvon Robinson, the switch-hitting right fielder, is hitting eighth. And rounding out the order is the catcher, and that is Anderson De La Rosa. On the other side for Kevin Byers is Long Island Ducks. Nolan Reimold will get the start as the leadoff hitter, and he is in left field. First time he's hitting in the leadoff spot this season. Delta Cleary Jr. had a couple hits and a couple RBIs in Game 1. Bats second at center field. Angelo Sacco, our guest on the pregame show, is the three-hitter. He plays right field here in game number 2. Elmer Reyes is the second baseman. He bats in the cleanup spot. Mark Krause at first base will hit fifth. Alex Berg gets the half game as the designated hitter after catching in game 1, and he will hit in the number 6 spot. Duck debut for Jordan Pacheco, who is behind home plate. The former big league catcher will bat in the number 7 spot for Long Island. Giovanni Alfonso is at third base. He will hit 8th. And rounding out the order for the Ducks is their veteran shortstop, Dan Lyons. With the defeat earlier today, the Ducks drop a game under 500 on the season. They are 17-18 now, 5 games behind the Somerset Patriots in the Liberty Division standings. Ducks sit in third place in the division. Meanwhile, the Barnstormers, they continue to maintain their lead in first place in the Freedom Division standings. They picked up the win earlier today, so they are now 20-15 on the season. A game and a half up on the Sugarland Skeeters and still 2 games ahead of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. So let's do it for game 2 of this doubleheader. Stepping into the batter's box is the switch-hitting center fielder Darian Sanford. Tim Melville will step up onto the rubber for Long Island. Melville winds and fires to the plate, and his first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. Good start for Melville. So we begin at 6:38 p.m. here at Bethpage Ballpark with a swing and a miss for strike 1. And now the 0-1 from Melville. Sanford tries to bunt, fouls it straight back towards us, but it goes up into the club level seats and then drops down below, right here in front of the broadcast booth, and a couple of youngsters go after the baseball. So Tim Melville quickly ahead of Darian Sanford at 0-2. Sanford comes in hitting .365 on the season, no home runs, and 11 runs batted in. From the windup, the 0-2. And Melville misses upstairs with a fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Sanford. Wind is blowing from right to left here at Bethpage Ballpark. Not a stiff breeze, but about a moderate breeze blowing from the right field foul pole towards home plate and the third base line. Lights have just come on here in Central Islip, and the 1-2 pitch is a fastball that just missed the outside corner. Melville sports a strong fastball, has good velocity on it, good changeup as well, and some plus off-speed pitches. Kind of mixes it up well and has helped the Ducks for the most part this season. 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That pitch diving down and away. Almost looked like a splitter that time from Melville. First strikeout of the day for the right-hander, and there is the first out. Melville in his last outing struck out a season-high 8 batters. That was May the 21st. Against the Somerset Patriots here at Bethpage Ballpark. He threw 6 scoreless innings, allowed just 3 hits and 2 walks, struck out the aforementioned 8, as the Ducks picked up an 8-1 win to complete a 3-game sweep of their division rivals. So here's the shortstop, Rico Noel, batting from the right side. Time is called here, as Melville will step off the rubber and go through the signs again.
Hello, Tanya.
First pitch
How are ya?
now upcoming from Melville to Noel. Melville gets the sign, and the first pitch is taken on the inside corner for a called strike to count 0-1. Noel on the season with the Barnstormers thus far, 4 of 13 with a couple runs scored. He has struck out 6 times and has a stolen base. Just recently rejoined Lancaster. The 0-1, and that is taken up high. So that will even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Noel was originally signed by the Barnstormers before the season, had his contract purchased by Bravos de Leon in the Mexican League. and played there earlier this season. 1-1. It's a half swing and a miss. Mike Williams, the home plate umpire, making the call that Noel went around, and that was certainly obvious from this point. So the count goes to 1-2. Caleb Gindel will be next. Gindel, the lefty swinging designated hitter. Melville looks in for the sign from his catcher, Jordan Pacheco. And now the 1-2 delivery on the way is a fastball that just missed the outside corner. About knee-high to Noel, but just did indeed miss outside. So that will even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Melville gets the sign, wind, and fires. And this is smacked on the ground foul to the end of the Ducks dugout. On the first base side, it ended up bouncing up, going into the seating bowl, and then hopping back down into the field. So we'll do it again at 2-2. Tim Melville making his 7th start of the year, and surprisingly, 6 of the 7 have come here at home. It's just odd how it's worked out, but this is his 6th straight home start after his first start of the year was down in Southern Maryland. 2-2. Noel takes. This one misses downstairs. An off-speed pitch that time from the right-hander. And so the count full at 3-2. Ducks are in their home white uniforms after wearing the alternate orange in game 1. And the Barnstormers are wearing their red jersey alternates after wearing the road grays. Here, a ground ball towards the middle. That's going to sink through into center field for a base hit. So the Barnstormers with their first hit of this nightcap as Rico Noel picks up a 1-out single. And now the designated hitter, Caleb Gindel. The defensive alignment for the Ducks in this game, Nolan Reimold gets the start in left field. First time since earlier this month that he's playing left field. And he had missed a couple of weeks due to the injury to his side, and then was the DH yesterday, and a DH in game 2 in Bridgeport earlier this week. First pitch coming up from Melville to Gindel. Melville working out of the stretch now, and he deals. Gindel takes a fastball that misses down in the zone. And so the count goes to 1-0. Gindel on the season at 276, 5 homers and 27 RBIs. Reimold is joining the outfield, by the way, by Delta Cleary Jr., who is in center, and Angelo Sacco making the start in right field as Phelan Lentini gets game 2 off. Rest of the alignment after the 1-0. Melville turns, throws over to first, and Noel is back safely. On the infield, it is Giovanni Alfonso at third base. Dan Lyons is the shortstop. Elmer Reyes gets the start at second base, and over at first is Mark Krause. Same defense on the infield as it was in game 1. Jordan Pacheco making his Ducks debut behind home plate. And Tim Melville on the mound, ready to deal 1-0. Here's the pitch to Gindel, and a swing and a miss. Good fastball over the outside corner. Gindel was out in front. And the count even up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Melville stands in at 6'4", 225 pounds, out of Alexandria, Virginia. Peers over his shoulder at Enrico Noel at first base and throws over to chase him back. Noel, as we mentioned, 1 for 1 in the stolen base department since joining the Barnstormers. Prior to that was 5 of 7 earlier this year with Leon. So it'll be a 1 ball, 1 strike pitch coming up from Melville. Noel takes his lead, and another throw over from the Ducks right-hander. Back safely there is Noel. We've talked about it in the first 2 games of this series, but the Barnstormers pack big speed at the top of their order in Sanford and Noel, and then big power in the middle of their order with Gindel, Hobson, and Halton. 1-1, runner bluffs, and Melville misses upstairs with a fastball. And so the count goes to 2-1. We certainly saw the power in the first game of the doubleheader when Casey Hobson went deep twice. One that tied the game in the second inning, and the other that gave the Barnstormers the lead for good in the fourth. A 2-out, 3-run home run. Runner goes here, swing and a miss, but no throw down to second base. So that will even up the count at 2-2, but Rico Noel has his second stolen base with the Barnstormers. Looked like Pacheco was unsure whether or not he should have thrown down. I don't know if he had trouble grabbing the baseball, but Noel got such a good jump that I don't think they would have had him anyway. So that evens up the count at 2-2 on Caleb Gindel. Noel takes his lead off of second base. Dan Lyons creeping in somewhat behind him. Melville looks back that way. Pitch on the way to Gindel. Fastball is taken upstairs. Gindel's got a very good eye, and so that runs the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Ducks have had some struggles here at home this year. They are just 7-10 at Bethpage Ballpark. Meanwhile, the Barnstormers have posted a 12-10 record away from Clipper Magazine Stadium. They've played the majority of their games on the road in the early going. Payoff pitch to Gindel, and he swings and smacks it foul back behind the plate, just off to the third base side a bit. And so we will do it once again at 3-2. Barnstormers thus far, have played 13 games at home and 22 on the road. This is the Ducks' 18th home game of the year, and they have played exactly 18 road games to this point. But the Ducks will be on the road for most of June, just 9 home games during the month of June for Long Island. Another payoff pitch to Caleb Gindel. And this is taken on the inside corner at the knees for a strike 3 call. Good pitch there from Melville as he picks up his second strikeout of the inning. Gindel almost looked like he was about to toss the bat away. But strike 3 called right at the bottom of the strike zone. And now Gindel having a quick chat with Sean Halton as he headed back to the third base dugout. So 2 away for the Stormers. And that will leave it up to the first baseman Casey Hobson, who bats from the left side. As we said in the first game, cannot leave anything near the middle of the plate to him with the way he hits the ball. Time is called. Hobson with 2 homers, 4 RBIs in the first game of this doubleheader, basically willing the Barnstormers to their 6-4 victory as they have now taken the first 2 games of this series. First pitch to Hobson. It takes down and in. Good block at home plate by Jordan Pacheco. Kevin Baez initially was thinking about starting Pacheco in game 1 of the doubleheader because it was only a 7-inning game, and it would give him the opportunity, since he has not played this year, to kind of ease into things. But Pacheco and Melville have a closer relationship since they were teammates last year in the big leagues with the Cincinnati Reds early on in the season. Melville's 1-0 pitch, and Hobson takes a fastball low and outside. 2 balls and no strikes on Hobson. So, again, that is why Kevin Baez elected to start Pacheco here in the nightcap of this day-night doubleheader. Berg's still in the lineup, though, but he gets the half game as the designated hitter. Rico Noel still at second with 2 down. Dangerous hitters count here, 2-0. Hobson takes. That fastball misses low. Lots of fastballs here early on from Melville. So he's behind Hobson 3-0. No terrible issue if you walk him here. First base is open. But you do obviously have the dangerous Sean Halton on deck behind him. You don't want to just give free passes. However, better than a 2-run home run, which Hobson certainly can do with 1 swing of the bat. And he swings away and lines one into right center field, a base hit. Sanko will recover, but not before Noel scores from second. It's a 2-out RBI single for Casey Hobson. And the Barnstormers strike first. They lead it 1-0. So Casey Hobson gets the green light at 3-0, and that's something you have to be careful with. You can't necessarily just throw a pitch right down the middle to get a strike call against a good hitter like Casey Hobson. And Hobson was ready to hack. He got a pitch that he wanted, a fastball over the middle of the plate, and hit a bullet in a right center field for a single. So he picks up another run batted in, his 5th of the day, 28th of the season. That's a 1-0 Lancaster lead on Tim Melville. 3rd run that he has allowed in the first inning this season. And now Sean Halton from the right side, who takes a first pitch fastball inside. And the count 1-0. Barnstormers showing a lot of patience here with Melville early. He's had to throw 24 pitches already in this first inning. Half of them have been for strikes, half for balls. .1-0 from the right-hander. And Halton takes a breaking ball that misses outside. And Melville now behind at 2-0 and having trouble getting ahead in counts. Fell behind Hobson 3-0. Fell behind 2-1 on Gindel. And now 2-0 here on Halton, who is hitting .248 this year but has 7 homers and 22 runs batted in. A 2-0 pitch, and that fastball misses downstairs. So back-to-back hitters he's gone 3-0 on. And another out of the zone will bring Garrett Weber to the plate with 2 men on base. Ducks had big-time issues with 2 outs in the first game of this doubleheader. And a 3-0. That is taken on the inside corner for a strike. 5 of the 6 Barnstormer runs in game 1 all scored with 2 outs in an inning. And O'Grady seemed to be able to get to 2 outs even if there was a runner or 2 on base, but then had trouble getting that final out before allowing hits and runs to come across. Here's the 3-1 pitch. And Halton will swing and hit a ground ball to third. 2 hops for Giovanni Alfonso. He goes the short way to second for the force. And that'll end the inning. So a good job by Melville to avoid any further trouble. However, the Barnstormers get the early lead. A run on 2 hits in the inning. No errors and a runner left on base. After a half inning of play, it is Lancaster 1 and Long Island coming to bat.
Hey fans, this is pitcher John Brown Allen. You're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. Fans, every walk by a Ducks batter this season is brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island offering the comprehensive quality care that you need the moment you need it. City MD Urgent Care. Need a doctor? Just walk in. So, the Barnstormers get the early lead on the 2-out RBI single by Casey Hobson, who has been an absolute thorn in the Ducks' side today. As we go to the bottom of the first, Ducks will send Nolan Reimold to the plate to begin. First time this year that Reimold is batting the leadoff spot of the order, but Phelan Lentini getting the game off, and Kevin Baez electing to go with Reimold in that first spot of the order. First pitch to him is a fastball low and outside from Brad Bergeson, and the count 1-0. Reimold this year has hit twice in the number 2 spot, 11 times in the number 3 spot. As here he takes a strike to even the count at 1-1. He has bat 5th, 6th times, and that has been it. So typically he's hitting in the 3rd or the 5th spot of the order. Another strike to Reimold, and the count quickly 1-2. Ferguson works out of the windup. He works fairly quick on the mound. And his 1-2 delivery, Reimold swings it to ground ball to the left side. The third baseman Halton to his left field, throws to first just in time. And Reimold is retired for the first out of this first inning.
Batting in the second position, center fielder number 5, Delta Cleary Jr., number 5.
Tough break for Reimold. He was hitting pretty well. In the week or two leading into his injury, he had reached base safely in 9 straight games before suffering the injury to his side. Still looking for his first hit since coming back. This is 3rd game. So 1 out, base is empty, and here's the switch hitting center fielder Delta Cleary Jr., who was one of the bright spots for the Ducks in game 1. 2 hits and 2 RBIs, both RBI singles up the middle. The first pitch fastball is at the knees for a called strike. The count 0-1. Cleary Jr. now up to 238 on the season. He's got a home run and 13 runs batted in. The 0-1 pitch, line down the left field line. This is going to slice foul and into the crowd. So Delta Cleary Jr. quickly behind in the count at 0-2. Brad Bergeson making his 6th start of the year for the Barnstormers. He is 2-2 on the year with a 4.35 ERA. He has walked just 9 and struck out 25 in 31 innings of work and has allowed 30 hits.
Then I said you could come through the
Cleary Jr. takes the ball here. That pitch came inside.
have these, I think, right here.
So the count goes to 1-2 on Cleary Jr. Bergeson winds and fires now, and that misses low and outside, so that will even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cleary Jr. had been scuffling a bit, but has started to hit the ball a little bit better now that he's gotten into the 2 spot of the order. 2-2, hit on the ground at first base. It's grabbed there by Casey Hobson. He'll take it to the bag himself in time for the out. So there are 2 away here in this first inning.
The right fielder, number 26, Angelo Sonko, number 26.
So with 2 down and the bases empty, that's going to bring Angelo Sonko to the plate. Defensively for the Barnstormers in this nightcap, Lastings Millage starts in left field, Darian Sanford in center, and Trayvon Robinson is in right. On the infield from left to right, Sean Holton at third, Rico Noel at shortstop, Garrett Weber is the second baseman, and Casey Hobson over at first. Behind home plate calling balls and strikes, Anderson De La Rosa. And on the mound is Brad Bergeson. First pitch to Angelo Sonko is a fastball over the outside corner, knee high for a strike. Sonko at his 9th home run of the year in game 1 of this doubleheader. RBIs 21 and 22. He's hitting an even 300 coming into this game. Bergeson winds and fires, and the 0-1 is taken a little bit inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The umpiring crew behind home plate tonight is Mike Williams. Over at first base, the crew chief David Speranza. And around at third base is Anthony Inzero. One ball, 1 strike pitch from Brad Bergeson. And Sonko a swing and a miss. He was out in front of the changeup from the righty. Expecting fastball, and Bergeson took a little something off of it, so the count goes to 1-2 as Bergeson tries to record a 1-2-3 inning after the Barnstormers took the early lead. Here's the offering, and Sonko takes a fastball up and away. He would not bite, and that evens the count at 2-2. Bergeson did not pitch last year. He was last with the York Revolution in 2015. Pitched in 10 games out of the bullpen and had a 3.24 ERA. 2-2. Sonko fouls this one straight back to the screen. Good cut by Sonko. And a bullet foul ball right back behind home plate. So we'll do it again at 2-2. If Sonko reaches Elmer Reyes, would be next. Defense shifted to the right side. Here's the 2-2 offering. And Sonko hits a line drive in the air to center. Starting in and almost falling down with Sanford, but he was able to recover and make the catch. And Sonko robbed of a hit as the Ducks go in order in the bottom of the first inning. We head to the second here at Bethpage Ballpark. Game 2 of this day-night doubleheader with the Ducks trailing 1-0.
Hey fans, this is shortstop Dan Lyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit pseglyny.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nickolock Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Back here at Bethpage Ballpark, we move to the second inning with the Long Island Ducks trailing the Lancaster Barnstormers 1-0. It is time for tonight's health report, which is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Rafael Perez missed his last start due to a groin injury. He was reinstated to the active list today, but no official word on when his next start will be. Anthony Vega is missing his third consecutive game. He has not played in this series. He's been dealing with a little bit of soreness in his quad. Nothing major, but the Ducks being cautious with him Again, he just recently rejoined the team in the middle of this month. So they don't want to push him too hard here in the early going. Here's Garrett Weber to lead off against Tim Melville, and he takes a fastball high and tight. 1-0. And yesterday, Keith Couch had to leave his start after just an inning and a third due to elbow tightness. And was placed on the inactive list today. Jack Snodgrass also placed on the inactive list. No official word on him, but his last start was limited to just 2 innings. That was his first start of the year. 1-1 is inside, and that hit Weber. I don't think Melville meant to do that at all. That seemed to just slip away. He looked out towards center field after he did it in disgust. So Tim Melville with the hit by pitch of Garrett Weber. And the leadoff man is on for the Barnstormers here in the second inning.
Hitting in the 7th position, left fielder number 5, Lastings Millage.
That is the fourth batter that Melville has hit with a pitch this season. There was a little bit of a scuffle of sorts early on today in game 1 of the doubleheader where Kevin Baez and the Ducks thought that the Barnstormers were doing something that was unacceptable. Their pitcher, Eli Villanueva, who is charting behind home plate, which is typical, and you see that for pretty much every team around baseball, as this first pitch is taken high and inside for ball 1. He was there doing his usual charting and had a radar gun, but he also was using a walkie-talkie, it seemed, towards the Barnstormer dugout to talk, I guess, about velocity and pitch speeds, pitch locations. This breaking ball misses outside, and it's 2-0 now on Lastings Millage. And from my understanding, based on what I was told in between games, that electronic communication devices like that are not allowed, and that's what Kevin Baez was upset about it. He and Scott Patterson got into a little shouting match, but nothing major. And now that seems like it is all in the past, and everybody has moved on at this point. So Weber's at first with nobody out, a 2-0 count, as Tim Melville fires to Lastings Millage, and he takes the fastball down low. Melville having a little bit of trouble here in the early going, finding the strike zone. He threw 28 pitches in the first inning, and even 14 for strikes, 14 for balls. And has fallen behind here on Millage 3-0 after hitting Weber. So it'll be a 3-0 delivery from the righty. He kicks and fires, and Millage takes on the inside corner for a strike. That runs the count to 3-1. Weber this year has not attempted a stolen base. It's very tough if you're a pitcher facing this Barnstormer lineup from what we've seen here through the first 2+ games, in that these guys can hit. So if you leave anything near the middle of the plate, they're going to hit it and hit it hard. 3-1 runner goes, and this swung on and missed for a strike. The throw down to second, not in time. So the count now 3-2 on Millage, but a stolen base for Weber, his first of the year. So that's the second stolen base already for the Barnstormers against Jordan Pacheco and pitcher Tim Melville. The Ducks stole 5 bases in the first game of this doubleheader against Jarrett Leverett and catcher Tyler Clark, but ultimately did not lead to a win. Payoff pitch on the way from Melville to Millage. Here it comes, and Millage takes just low and outside for ball 4. So this is the first walk of the game issued by Tim Melville. And Lancaster has now got back-to-back batters on base without the need for a hit.
Number 21, Trayvon Robinson. Number 21.
It just seems like every inning has been a challenge in this series for the starting pitchers. It has not been easy. The bullpen, meanwhile, for both sides, the bullpens on both sides have been terrific. The Ducks bullpen yesterday with 7 2/3 scoreless innings in relief. Yuri De La Rosa today with 3 scoreless and hitless innings. But it's been the starters who have struggled, especially with this Barnstormers lineup. First pitch coming up here to Trayvon Robinson. He squares the bunt, pulls back, and takes a strike knee high. And the count 0-1 on Robinson. The switch hitting right fielder has been struggling this year, hitting just .206 with 3 homers and 9 RBIs. Has now laid down a sacrifice bunt, so trying to move the runners over in a scoring position with nobody out. Giovanni Alfonso, the third baseman, in on the grass. Mark Krause in the cutout at first. Long look in here for Melville, and now time is called. just doesn't seem to have that same accuracy he had his last time out. Very similar to what we saw from O'Grady in his first start, or his starting game one, I should say, of the doubleheader today compared to his previous outing, which he almost threw a no-hitter. Here's the 0-1. Robinson squares again, pushes the bunt to the third base side of the mound. Melville picks it up, throws to third. They got him. Nice play by Tim Melville to get the lead out on the sacrifice bunt attempt. And there's the first out of the second inning. Excellent play as Tim Melville got off the rubber quickly to the third base side of the mound, and his initial thought right away was to go to third base, and he threw a perfect strike to Giovanni Alfonso. So it goes down as a 1-5 fielder's choice on the bunt attempt. Out at third base is Weber. To second goes Millage. To first goes Robinson. And now first and second with one out for the catcher Anderson De La Rosa. So first and second, one away. Here is Anderson De La Rosa, who had the first game of this doubleheader off. Melville comes set his first pitch, and that misses inside, nearly clipping the jersey of De La Rosa. And so the count goes to 1-0 on De La Rosa, who's hitting .280 on the year. Has got a total of 2 home runs and 12 runs batted in. Melville here looking for the ground ball to try and turn 2. Middle infield at double play depth. Krause plays behind the runner at first. The 1-0. And a nice curveball by Melville, but it just misses high and inside. And now 2 balls and no strikes as again Melville falling behind in the count.
We got some more coming up here. We watch them, they all come
Just been tough for the right-hander here in the early going as he has been falling behind in counts. Barnstormers showing a lot of patience, not swinging early in the count against him. Melville comes set, and here comes a 2-0 delivery. De La Rosa half swing, and home plate umpire Mike Williams says he went around. So there is a strike for Melville, and the count goes to 2-1. A hit by pitch, a walk, and a fielder's choice thus far for the Barnstormers here in the second. They try to add to a 1-0 lead. This is Melville's first ever start against Lancaster. He has never pitched in the Atlantic League before this year. And this is the first series that the Ducks and the Barnstormers are playing against each other. Turning a throwback to second, and they got him! Oh, what a pickoff move for Tim Melville. They catch Lastings Millage off of second base as the second baseman Elmer Reyes snuck in from his position. Melville turned and fired a strike right back to him. And a great pickoff move by the Ducks right-hander for the second out of the inning. Excellent play. So the pickoff goes 1-4 for the second out of the inning. And now Melville, a chance to get out of this inning with no harm after the first 2 reached. 2-1 the count on Anderson De La Rosa. Melville's pitch, runner goes from first. This is taken low and inside. The throw to second is not in time. So ultimately a stolen base anyway. Count now 3 balls and 1 strike. Mark Krause, I guess, is asking for an appeal. So Mike Williams appeals here, and they do say a swing. So it is a strike. So the count is 2-2. And the stolen base there on the play. And so now 2-ball, 2-strike count with 2 outs. So at second base is Trayvon Robinson with Lancaster's 3rd stolen base already in 2 innings against the Ducks. Melville trying to strand Robinson in scoring position. Looking in for the sign from Pacheco, and now he comes set. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. Melville fires, and De La Rosa swing and a miss for strike 3. Excellent curveball from Melville. 3rd strikeout of the day for Tim Melville. And the Barnstormers end up without a run here in the second inning. Good work by Melville to get the lead runner on the bunt attempt and then a pickoff at second base. So in the inning, for the Barnstormers, no runs, no hits, and 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. Barnstormers 1 and the Ducks nothing.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr. and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey, Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. We move to the bottom of the second inning here at Bethpage Ballpark with the Ducks trailing 1-0. And fans, there's no better time than right now to sign up the young Ducks fan in your life for the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club. Children 14 and under will receive exciting gifts, discounts on merchandise, and unique experiences that only come with being a member. Sign up today by visiting liducks.com or by calling 631-940-3825. Elmer Reyes to begin the second inning for Long Island after Tim Melville worked out of trouble in the top half of the inning. And Reyes takes low and inside for ball one from Brad Bergeson. Good work by Melville. He allowed the first two on base on a hit by pitch and a walk, as Reyes takes a fastball outside for ball two. But on a bunt attempt by Trayvon Robinson, Melville got the lead runner at third base, then picked off Lasting's Millage at second base. As Reyes swings it, smacks a 2-0 inside first base and down the right field line. Reyes will round first and head to second. Robinson picks it up and fires it in. And Elmer Reyes is in safely with a leadoff double. So there is the Ducks' first hit of the ball game.
Hitting in the fifth position for Long Island, first baseman number 24, Mark Krause, number 34.
So Elmer Reyes is at second base, and that will bring Mark Krause up to the plate batting from the left side.
You're not going to say hello when I
Krause is the first baseman and 5 hitter for the Long Island Ducks. Reyes takes his lead the first pitch, and Krause takes on the outside corner for strike one. Krause on the season hitting .268 with 2 homers and 20 runs batted in for Reyes, his 8th double of the year. Has him at second base with nobody out. Here's the 0-1. Krause a swing and a miss. Good fastball from Bergeson. And he blows it right by the lefty swinging Mark Krause. 0-2. Bergeson, a 6'2" right-hander, 190 pounds, out of Auburn, Alabama. He is 31 years old. And a former big leaguer at that. Also has previously played in the Atlantic League with the Revolution. 0-2. Krause takes, and the breaking ball just misses the outside corner. Good pitch that time, but it did indeed just miss. So the count goes to 1-2 on Krause. He'll be followed by Alex Berg, the designated hitter. Big crowd on hand here tonight. We'll see if it is the first pass capacity crowd of the season here in Central Islip. Fans filing in for the Memorial Day evening affair, Memorial Day weekend evening affair. Fireworks to follow after the game, always a special treat. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Reyes leads off second, and Krause takes a breaking ball on the outside corner, strike 3 call. Krause thought that was very similar to the spot of the previous pitch, but Bergeson gets the strike call, his first strikeout of the night.
Batting in the sixth position, the designated hitter, number 23, Alex Berg, number 23.
So that is the first out of this second inning. Ray is still at second base. And here is Alex Berg to bat from the right side. First pitch on the way. Berg takes a fastball that hits the outside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Berg on the season for the Ducks hitting .280. He's got 5 homers and 15 runs batted in. Started game 1 as the catcher. Now he is behind home plate. The DH, excuse me. This breaking ball catches the outside corner again for a strike. I think Berg thought that was too far off the corner, but now 0-2 on the designated hitter. Now with Jordan Pacheco now on this roster, we'll probably see some flexibility where both Pacheco and Berg can play a little bit in the field. They are primarily outfielders as well. Pacheco primarily a catcher, but Berg has played a lot of outfield in his career. Pacheco can play the corner infield spots. 0-2. And Berg hits a fly ball in the air to right, shallow. Long run in for Trayvon Robinson towards the line, and he makes the catch. Nice running grab for Trayvon Robinson towards the right field line on the shallow fly ball off the bat of Berg. So after a leadoff double by Elmer Reyes, Krause and Berg cannot move the runner over or bring him in.
Pacheco, number 15.
And with 2 away, that is going to leave it up to catcher Jordan Pacheco in his first at-bat as a member of the Long Island Ducks. So welcome to Long Island, Mr. Pacheco, a former big league catcher who spent 6 seasons in the majors. Signed by the Ducks on Friday. And now he and Alex Berg will share the catching duties. First pitch on the way, and Pacheco takes low and outside for ball 1. What a debut it would be for him if he can drive in a run in his first at-bat, bringing Elmer Reyes from second, tie this game at 1. Reyes takes his lead, and getting the sign is Bergeson. He looks back that way, the 1-0. And there's a fastball strike over the outside corner to even the count at 1-1. Bergeson has been struggling of late. Last 2 outings, he has allowed 6 earned runs in each. A 10-4 loss in Sugar Land May 14th, and an 8-4 loss at home against New Britain on May the 21st, which he allowed a season-high 11 hits. Was excellent prior to that, though. Here's the 1-1. That misses low and outside, a slider that time. And the count goes to 2-1. In his first 3 starts, Bergeson allowed 4 runs total, 3 of them earned in 20 innings, picked up wins in 2 of the 3. The Barnstormers won all 3. So he is looking to regain that form he had earlier this year. The 2-1 on the way to Pacheco. Kicks and fires. Pacheco takes a breaking ball that catches the inside corner for a strike called. Now we'll even things up at 2-2. Reyes, a leadoff double, a strikeout and a flyout have followed. And Bergeson trying to make it 3 straight outs to get out of the inning and strand the runner in scoring position. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Bergeson fires. Pacheco swinging a line drive into center field. Sanford on the run. He's going to make the head-high catch. A good swing by Jordan Pacheco on a solid line drive right back up the middle. But it hung up there long enough for the speedy Sanford to make the catch. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left in scoring position for the Ducks. After 2 on Long Island, it is the Barnstormers 1 and the Ducks nothing.
Hey fans, this is infielder Cody Puckett, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Ducks fans, New York Sports Day is one of the largest independent New York sports news sources out there for coverage of the Long Island Ducks, the Mets, Yankees, major and minor league baseball, football, basketball, hockey, and soccer. Visit www.nysportsday.com. New York Sports Day, your independent Gotham sports news source. Michael Pollack here with you. We move to the third inning here in Game 2 of this day-night doubleheader. This is a 9-inning game. Just a reminder, the first game of the doubleheader was a 7-inning affair. Atlantic League teams can do that, where they can make the first game of the doubleheader, if it's a split doubleheader, a 7-inning contest, and the second game a 9-inning. This was a scheduled doubleheader on the schedule from the beginning of the season. Usually when it's a single admission doubleheader with just a 30-minute break in between, it'll be 2 7-inning games like we had on Wednesday in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Well, here is Darian Sanford to lead off the third inning against Tim Melville, who's allowed a run on 2 hits thus far through the first 2 innings. And the first pitch on the way to Sanford. Switch hitting center fielder takes a breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Sanford with a strikeout his first time up. He went down swinging in the opening inning. Third baseman Giovanni Alfonso plays in tight, the 0-1. And Melville misses upstairs with a fastball to even the count at 1-1. Angelo Sacco before the game said that Melville has what he called an electric fastball, has a lot of life on it, good velocity. And the key for him is obviously getting the fastball over the plate, having good command of it. The 1-1 here, and Sanford takes a breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 2. And Melville, his last 2 outings coming in, 11 consecutive scoreless innings, 7 hits, 4 walks allowed with 11 strikeouts, but allowed that run in the first. So making now 1 run allowed in his last 13 innings, as Melville misses with a breaking ball down and away. That'll even things up at 2-2 on Sanford, who was 1 for 3 in Game 1 of the doubleheader, a single and a walk in his 4 at-bats. Tried to bunt it a run, but popped it up to the pitcher along the first baseline. 2-2 delivery, and Sanford takes a breaking ball on the outside corner, strike 3 call. Sanford couldn't believe it, but an excellent curveball from Tim Melville. Strikeout number 4 here in the early going for the Ducks right-hander. I mentioned that Melville and Pacheco were teammates a year ago. Melville made 3 appearances as a member of the Reds in 2016, his first big league call-up. And he had an 0-1 record, 11 ERA. He allowed 11 runs in 9 innings, 11 earned runs, 12 runs total on 16 hits. So his appearance was short-lived. First pitch here is a breaking ball taken on the outside corner for strike 1 by Rico Noel, who stingled, stole a base, and scored in his first at-bat. As for Pacheco, he spent 31 games in the big leagues last year for Cincinnati. The 0-1 breaking ball, that is taken inside, 1-1. And Melville was 8 for 50, or check that out, Pacheco was 8 for 51. Had 4 doubles and a run scored, but no homers or RBIs last year. Also did not walk and struck out 14 times, but did play 31 games in the big leagues. The 1-1 inside, and that hit Rico Noel. So that is the second Barnstormer batter in this game that has been hit by a pitch in as many innings. Last inning, the leadoff hitter Garrett Weber got hit by a pitch. And now Rico Noel is hit.
Number 15, Caleb Gindle. Number 15.
So Melville, as we mentioned, has had a little bit of a lack of command here tonight. He's thrown 52 pitches thus far at an even split, 26 strikes, 26 balls. The 2 teams were worn in the first game, and not because of any beanballing, but because of that little dust-up with the coaching staffs of both teams, and what Kevin Myers thought was the Barnstormers stealing signs. And after that whole situation escalated, both sides were warned. So with 1 on and 1 out, here's Caleb Gindle to the plate to throw over to first, and Noel is back. Again, the Ducks have to pay attention to the runners here. Lancaster's already stolen 3 bases in this game. Noel had 1 of them. And he's 2 for 2 thus far with the Barnstormers. Coming set is Melville. And his first pitch, runner bluffs. The pitch taken high and outside for ball 1. So Caleb Gindle, the batter, he struck out looking his first time up in the first inning. In game 1 of this doubleheader, Gindle was 0 for 2. ground out and a fly out. He also drew 2 walks, and scored a run. 1-0, runner goes. Pitch is swung on and missed. The throw down to second base is not in time. Just sneaking in behind the tag of Dan Lyons was Rico Noel. So a stolen base for Noel, his second of the game, third of the year with the Barnstormers. And make it 4 steals thus far in 3 innings for Lancaster. And that is why I said you have to specifically keep guys like him off the bases, because he is going to run without question. He, Sanford especially, they tend to run quite a bit. Robinson has good speed. He stole one. Garrett Weber, a little bit of a surprise, but he did take a base. Turning a fake throw back to second for Melville. Melville's already picked off 1 runner at second base in this game, so the Barnstormer runners will have to be careful. One ball, 1 strike count on the lefty swinging Gindel. Melville kicks and fires. Gindel takes a fastball that just misses below the knees outside. And the count goes to 2-1. Melville, a former 4th-round draft pick by the Kansas City Royals in 2008. Was out of high school. Spent time in their system and obviously with the Reds last year. Here comes a 2-1 delivery. Taking the pitch. Gindel, swing and a miss. Got him to swing through the fastball. Briefly, Melville was in the Tigers organization. In 2015, he spent the year with AAA Toledo. Made 27 starts for them with 7-10 with a 4.63 ERA. Before that was all with the Royals, and then last year in the Red system. Be a 2-2 here to Gindel. Turning a throw back to second, and Noel is back there safely. Dan Lyons this time was the man sneaking in behind the runner. All right, making it back in there safely was Noel. Last inning's Millage got picked off at second when Elmer Reyes snuck in, the second baseman, and got Millage out. Melville gets the sign from Pacheco. Here comes a 2-2. Kicking the pitch, Gindel lays off the breaking ball down in the zone. Kind of a half swing on it, but he did not go around. So the count full at 3-2. With the dangerous Casey Hobson waiting in the on-deck circle. Melville comes set on the mound as Noel takes his lead. Here's the payoff pitch. And Gindel takes a breaking ball on the outside corner, strike 3 call. Another strikeout looking for the Barnstormers as Melville continues to freeze him with that breaking ball. That's the 5th strikeout for Melville. 3 of the 5 have been looking. 2 of those 5 have been Gindel. So 2 out in the inning. And that is going to leave it up to the first baseman, Casey Hobson, who came through with a runner at second in the form of Noel and 2 outs in the first. So Melville's got to be careful here. First pitch on the way, and Hobson a swing and a miss. Got him to chase a breaking ball down in the zone, but towards the middle of the plate. Now the count 0-1. Hobson with an RBI single in his first at bat. That is his 5th RBI of the day. He was 2 for 4 in game 1 with 2 homers, 4 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Here's the 0-1 from Melville. He kicks and delivers, and Hobson takes downstairs. Fastball from the righty to even the count at 1-1. As of right now, Hobson and Angelo Sanco of the Ducks are tied as the active Atlantic League leaders in home runs with 9 each. Jeremy Barfield, formerly of the Skeeters, also had 9 home runs, but this week had his contract purchased by the Red Sox organization, and he is with the AA Portland Sea Dogs. Noel leads from second. Melville's 1-1. Hobson lays off the off-speed upstairs, a changeup from the right-hander. And the count now 2 balls and a strike. Hobson with 24 home runs a year ago, and already with 9 this season. 2-1 the count. The kick and the pitch on the way. breaking ball. That hits the outside corner at the belt for a strike. Good pitch there from Melville. Put it right on the edge of the strike zone where Hobson didn't want to chase. So 2-2 the count with 2 outs as Melville tries to strand Noel at second base. He hit him with 1 out in the inning, and Noel then stole second, but strikeouts looking on either side of that. And the 2-2 pitch coming. Melville kicks and fires, and Hobson takes a fastball high and away. That runs the count full at 3-2. Last night in the series opener, Hobson was 0 for 4 at the plate. Ducks were able to keep him quiet in the series opener, but have not been able to do so today. So now a payoff pitch upcoming. Melville looks to second, deals to the plate, and Hobson swings and smacks one on the ground foul down the first base line. Bit out in front, Angelo Sanko will go retrieve the baseball and flip it into the crowd. Series finale will be tomorrow between these two teams, a 1:35 afternoon start. And it's going to be for the Ducks right-hander John Brownell, the ace of the staff, as he gets the start. Lefty Nate Reed for the Barnstormers. 3-2. Hobson a line drive into right field, another base hit and another RBI for Casey Hobson. Scoring easily is Noel. The second is Hobson with his second RBI of the game and his 6th of the day, and the Barnstormers lead is 2-0. At some point, the Ducks are going to just have to stop pitching to him. I mean, there's no other way to say it, but he is single-handedly victimizing the Ducks today. Barnstormers have scored 8 runs between the two games, and Hobson has been responsible for driving in 6 of them. And the first 2 times he's come to the plate tonight, first base has been open. Obviously, you have big-time hitters right behind him. But the Ducks seem to be having some success with everybody that isn't named Casey Hobson. So now runner at second with 2 out in the form of Hobson after his RBI double. First pitch on the way from Melville to Halton. That's rocketed in the air to deep left field. Reimold going back. Warning track at the wall, and you can forget it. The 2-out troubles continue for the Ducks here in Game 2 of this doubleheader. A 2-run home run for Sean Halton. It is his 8th home run of the year, and the lead doubled for Lancaster. It is now a 4-0 ball game. And what more can you say? This Barnstormer team is just victimizing the Ducks today. I mentioned how 6 of the 8 runs for the Barnstormers coming into that at bat have scored with 2 outs. Well, make it now 8 of 10 runs that have scored with 2 outs. And 6 of the 10 have been driven in by Casey Hobson. This pitch misses low, and the count goes to 1-0. So for Halton, home run number 8, RBIs 23 and 24. That is just the 2nd home run Melville has allowed this season. He misses down and away here. And it is 2 balls and no strikes. Kevin Baez has had to use a lot of his bullpen in this series, such a stark contrast to recent games in which the starting pitching was absolutely superb. Here's the 2-0, swing and a miss, good fastball for a strike, and it's 2-1. During the Ducks' 6-game homestand, their last homestand, when they won 5 of 6, starting pitching certainly led the way in that, with the exception of Matt Larkins. And then in Bridgeport, as the 2-1 is inside for ball 3. Brownell, a terrific start in the opener of the series. Larkins pitched okay in Game 1, but in Game 2 of the doubleheader, a struggle for Snodgrass, who went just 2 innings. Last night, Keith Couch goes an inning and a third before leaving due to injury. 3-1, lined in a right field, right at Sanko. Now he has to drift back, and he makes the catch to retire Weber for the final out of the inning. But once again, the Barnstormers do the damage with 2 outs. They have scored 4 2-out runs now in this game. 3 runs in the inning on 2 hits, including the 2-run home run by Sean Halton. No errors, nobody left on base, and after 2.5 innings of play, it is 4-0 Lancaster.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Phelant Lantini, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. When Garrett Weber popped out to right field to end the top half of the third inning, that was the 15th out of tonight's game. Did you know that a 15-minute phone call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO. That's 1-800-947-AUTO or visit geico.com. Michael Pollock here with you as we go to the bottom of the third inning. Barnstormers now with a 4-0 lead thanks to an RBI double by Casey Hobson and a 2-run home run by Sean Halton in the top of the third off of Tim Melville. First pitch here to Giovanni Alfonso is taken for a strike, and the count 0-1. And for the Ducks, it has been a struggle here today as Alfonso smacks one foul to the first base side. 0-2. Barnstormers have just found a way to victimize the Ducks with 2 outs. They have scored 9 2-out runs out of their 10 runs today. The 0-2 to Alfonso was a weak swing and a miss for strike 3 as he chased the slider down and away. Strikeout number 2 for Bergeson. And there's the first out in this third inning.
The shortstop, number 12, and Lyons, number 12.
So 1 away, and that is going to bring up the shortstop and 9-hitter Dan Lyons, who will bat from the right side. Lyons hitting .228 on the season for the Ducks. And the first pitch, Lyons takes a fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. No homers, 5 RBIs for the Ducks shortstop, 7 runs scored. The 0-1 pitch, Lyons takes a fastball that misses inside. And that will even things up at 1-1. Ducks being out hit 4-1 here in the early going of game 2. The 1-1 to Lyons, swinging a fly ball in the air down the right field line. Long run for Robinson towards the stands. This will drift out of play though. Big hop off the lower concourse and up into the box seats. So the count 1-2. Ferguson spent time in the major leagues with the Baltimore Orioles and the Arizona Diamondbacks. 3 years with the Orioles, 1 with the D-backs. I'll give you his big league numbers after the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. Ferguson fires and Lyons swings at the ground ball to the left side. Tough hop for Halton, but he stays with it and throws to first. A little wild, but Casey Hobson is able to make the play and keep his foot on the bag. And there is out number 2. Ferguson in the major leagues pitched in 102 games. 59 of those 102 games were starts, and he had a 19-25 record with a 4.61 ERA. 424 innings, he allowed 467 hits, quite a few. Struck out 225 and walked 122. Here's Nolan Reimold as the Ducks go back to the top of the order. First pitch, and Reimold is swinging a miss way out in front of the breaking ball. So first time through the order, the Ducks have managed just 1 base runner. That was the leadoff double by Elmer Reyes in the second. And 3 batters later, he was stranded there. The 0-1, Reimold swings another breaking ball that he chased and fouls it back behind the plate. And so the count quickly, 0-2 on the Ducks left fielder. Reimel did not play game 1. He did start here 2 nights ago, went 0 for 3 with a walk, or I should say last night, 2 games ago. But that was last night here on Long Island. 0-2, a swing and a miss for strike 3. Another slider, and Reimel cuts through it down and away. Third strikeout for Bergeson, and the Ducks go in order in the 3rd inning. We head to the 4th here at Bethpage Ballpark. Barnstormers lead the Ducks by a count of 4-0.
Hey fans, this is infielder Elmer Reyes, and you're listening to Duck Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Back here on Long Island, we go to the 4th inning at Bethpage Ballpark. The Ducks trailing the Lancaster Barnstormers by a count of 4-0. It is time for tonight's 4th inning trivia question, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. So I'll give you that question momentarily. Stepping up to the plate is going to be Lastings Millage, as he will lead things off against the right-hander Tim Melville. First pitch misses low, and the count goes to 1-0. Millage reached on a walk in the 2nd inning. His first at-bat, or plate appearance, I should say, of the day. This pitch is taken for a strike on the outside corner. And that'll even up the count at 1-1. Millage then went to second base and was promptly picked off at second base. Be a 1-ball, 1-strike pitch. Kicking and coming home is Melville. This is fouled over the screen back behind the plate. And the count goes to 1-2. So we'll give you our question coming up. It obviously will have to do with the newest addition to the Ducks in the form of Jordan Pacheco. So get ready to put your thinking caps on. Here comes the 1-2 offering. Millage is swinging a foul ball again back to the screen behind the plate. Millage fighting off some tough pitches as Tim Melville works in his 4th inning. He has allowed 4 runs thus far on 4 hits and has thrown a lot of pitches early on. 75 pitches, 39 of them for strikes to this point. He'll be close to 100 pitches most likely, unless he has a very quick inning. The 1-2 is tapped on the ground foul. Millage just got a little piece. Melville has struck out 5, but again with 2 outs, he has been victimized. An RBI single by Hobson in the first, an RBI double by Hobson in the third, and a 2-run home run by Halton that followed. So here comes a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch from the right-hander. He winds and delivers to the plate, and this one is hit on the ground along the third baseline foul. Alfonso tried to make the backhanded pick on the short hop, but ultimately, even though he didn't come up with it, it doesn't matter since it's a foul ball. We're going to give you the question after this at-bat. Millage having an extended at-bat here with 3 2-strike foul balls. So I might have to give you the question a little bit earlier than anticipated. Melville ready again. And the 1-2 delivery on the way is swung on and fouled off. Again, getting a piece of it. All right, so let's give you the question now. In his fourth big league appearance, Jordan Pacheco hit his first big league home run. It came Saturday, September the 10th, 2011, at Coors Field. He was a member of the Rockies, and it was against his future team, the Cincinnati Reds. So in that game, Pacheco hit a home run. It was in the 5th inning, a solo home run. And the question, coming to you after this 1-2 pitch. Swinging a little weak ground ball past the mound, towards the middle. Lyons bare hands, throws to first, offline. And Kraus just missed applying the tag on Millage, so it's going to be an infield single. Tough play. And give the Barnstormers their 5th hit of the night. Leadoff man is on in the 4th inning. All right, so the question, which future Somerset Patriot and Sugarland Skeeters pitcher allowed the home run to Jordan Pacheco? So we'll let you think about it. We'll give you the answer. Jordan Pacheco's first major league home run came on September the 10th, 2011, and it came off of which future Atlantic League pitcher subsequently went on to pitch for the Somerset Patriots and the Sugarland Skeeters. First pitch here is a breaking ball taken low for ball 1 by Trayvon Robinson. Millage with the 5th hit of the game for the Barnstormers, continuing his success here in the early going of the season. He's had an up and down start, Millage, but he's been on base now twice, a walk and an infield single tonight. The 1-0, and Robinson fouls this one straight back to the screen. Now leaving things up at 1-1. Robinson, his first time up, trying to lay down a sacrifice bunt with runners at first and second and nobody out in the 2nd inning. But Tim Melville got off the mound quickly and made the play to get the lead out at 3rd base. That was Garrett Weber trying to go from 2nd to 3rd on the play. Here's the 1-1. Robinson takes a breaking ball downstairs. And the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Melville continuing to have trouble locating his pitches here tonight. He has been falling behind in a lot of counts, having to throw a lot of pitches against this Barnstormer team. Millage continues to take his lead at first. It'll be a 2-ball, 1 strike pitch from Melville. He kicks and comes home. And Robinson takes a fastball at the knees over the outside corner for a good strike. That'll leave things up at 2-2. Robinson played in the first game of the doubleheader today. He went 0 for 2 at the plate. Did draw a walk in his 3 plate appearances. Again, that was a 7-inning game. 2-2 coming up from the righty. He kicks and fires. Runner goes from first. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Throw down a second. Not nearly in time. So Melville gets 1 out on the strikeout, but yet another stolen base for the Barnstormers.
Another strikeout and another K on the Pregame Aviation K board. Section 208.
And a strikeout number 6 for Melville, but for Millage, he picks up his 7th stolen base of the season.
Barnstormers catcher number 32, Anderson De La Rosa.
5 stolen bases now on the night for the Barnstormers. So 1 out, another runner at second. Lancaster getting on base and using their speed. Ducks have had trouble getting on base in this game, so they haven't been able to use their speed yet. And here is Anderson De La Rosa from the right side, the catcher and 9-hitter for the Barnstormers. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss, way out in front of a breaking ball. And the count goes to 0-1 on De La Rosa, who went down swinging to end the 2nd inning. With the runner at second, Trayvon Robinson, and 2 men out. Here comes an 0-1 pitch. Melville awaits, delivers to the plate, and this breaking ball is hit on the ground, foul down the 3rd base line. So the count now goes to 0-2 on De La Rosa. Melville's shortest outing of the year was a 4-inning start in his first outing of the year, and that's because usually in your first outing, here in the Atlantic League, guys typically go 4, maybe 5 innings with the shortened spring training. He allowed 2 runs on 3 hits in that game, which the Ducks came back and won 3-2 against the Blue Crabs. That was in Game 2 of the doubleheader down in Waldorf, Maryland. That final day of the series after the Saturday night contest was rained out. 0-2 the count here on De La Rosa. Melville comes set. He deals to the plate, and this is a check swing. Pitch was taken low. They appealed down to David Speranza, the first base umpire, who was out by second base. And they say he did not go around, so the count goes to 1-2 on De La Rosa. First baseman Mark Krause playing fairly close to the line for a righty hitter. But Elmer Reyes, the second baseman, is shaded towards the middle. Here's the 1-2 from Melville. De La Rosa is swinging a foul ball to the first base side. Even when Melville seems to be making the pitches he needs to get swings and misses or get the strike calls, the Barnstormers have been fighting off a lot of his pitches. 2-strike foul balls have been piling up here in this game. Give the Barnstormers credit as they came into the day with the best offense in the Atlantic League, batting average-wise. 1-2 pitch, swinging a little tapper foul, and again Anderson De La Rosa just gets a little piece of it. And he keeps the count at 1-2. Melville's last time out, last 2 times out were wins. One against Somerset, one against York. He's faced Southern Maryland twice, York twice, New Britain and Somerset each once. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Once again, and Anderson De La Rosa lines it into left field for a base hit. Rounding third base is Millage. He gets a sign to come home when the ball was bobbled in left field by Nolan Reimold. That is going to allow De La Rosa to go to second. It's a base hit and an RBI, and that makes this a 5-0 game. So De La Rosa picks up the single. Billy Horn's now going to come out of the dugout to try and settle down the right-hander. It's an RBI for De La Rosa, his 13th of the year. And then De La Rosa moves to second on an error by Nolan Reimold as he had trouble with the baseball in left field, so that will be his second error of the season. So 2 more hits in this inning, and again Melville unable to get strike 3 against De La Rosa, who fouls off a couple tough pitches and then picks up the RBI base hit. The Ducks digging themselves a big early hole here on this Saturday night.
Back to the top of the order for the Barnstormers with center fielder number 3, Darian Sanford, number 3.
So the Barnstormers with a runner at second base and 1 out still, and back to the top of the order we go for Darian Sanford. 5 runs in on 6 hits for Lancaster, and they have a commanding 5-0 lead here, trying to sweep this day-night doubleheader from the Ducks. Here is Sanford from the left side. He is 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts in this game.
No, I'm good. I'm with my dad.
And the first pitch on the way. Sanford a swing and a miss late on that fastball from Melville for strike 1. Sanford, the speed threat for this Barnstormers team, the big speed threat, although everybody's been stealing bases tonight. 25 stolen bases in 34 attempts this year. The 25 steals leads the Atlantic League. Sanford squares to bunt here and ends up taking outside for a ball. We'll even up the count, add 1 ball and 1 strike. Prior to this season, Sanford was playing in the Pacific Association, another independent league out west. Last year was with Vallejo. And in 78 games, he had 293 with 30 runs batted in, no homers. Stole 99 bases last year, did Sanford, as this fastball misses outside. And the count 2-1. I had to double check that to make sure I was not seeing things. 99 stolen bases last year in 78 games. Prior to that, I'd never stolen more than 45, and he's got 383 in his career coming into this season. The count 2-1 here on Sanford. Melville has gotten one out in the fourth, but struggling to get the second. Here's the 2-1. And this is low with a fastball. 3 balls and 1 strike. Melville up to 94 pitches now for the game, just 52 of them for strikes. And I have to think Kevin Baez is going to have to get somebody loose down in that bullpen along the right field line. In fact, it looks like somebody already is starting to warm up, as Melville just having a tough go of it here tonight. A 3-1 pitch from the right-hander. He delivers to the plate, and Sanford takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 2. Sanford out of St. Louis, Missouri, now lives out in Phoenix, Arizona. Was originally a draft pick of the Royals back in 2010. Spent parts of 2 seasons in the Royals organization and then has played independent baseball ever since. The 3-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Foul tipped that one into the glove of Pacheco. So that's the hat trick for Darian Sanford. He has gone down on strikes 3 times tonight. 7 Ks for Tim Melville. And with 2 away, that will leave it up to the shortstop, Rico Noel.
Rico Noel, number 25.
So Rico Noel steps to the plate. He has been on base twice in tonight's ball game. Trying to get on for a 3rd time here and bring home Anderson De La Rosa from second. First pitch from Melville is a fastball on the outside corner at the knees for strike 1. Noel made it up to the big leagues in 2015 with the New York Yankees. He was used as a pinch runner or a late inning defensive replacement, as he played 15 games with the Yankees in 2015. The 0-1, down and away, it gets past the catcher Pacheco, and that is going to allow the runner to advance to third. So De La Rosa will go to third on the wild pitch from Tim Melville. And the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Noel had 15 at-bats with the Yankees, had 5 hits. Check that. He had 1 hit in 2 at-bats in 15 games. 5 runs scored. Stole 5 bases as well. Here comes the 1-1 from Melville. And Noel takes a fastball strike at the knees, 1-2. In his first ever major league at bat, Noel ended up beating out an infield single against Oliver Drake of the Baltimore Orioles, so a little known fact there. Last year, Noel spent time in the Dodgers organization in the rookie level Gulf Coast League affiliate and AAA Oklahoma City. 1-2, breaking ball, line up the middle into center field, and another 2-out RBI hit for the Barnstormers. Scoring from third is De La Rosa. Noel on for the 3rd time tonight, and it is a 6-run advantage for Lancaster. I mean, this has just been unbelievable, the 2-out RBI hits for the Barnstormers today. That's going to bring Kevin Baez out of the dugout, and that's going to spell the end of the day for Tim Melville. He will hand the ball over to the Ducks manager, as he just did not have his best stuff tonight. Melville gives the ball to Kevin Baez after a quick word, and he will head to the first base dugout. So a pitching change coming up here at Bethpage Ballpark as the Ducks trail 6-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Dennis O'Grady, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
top half of the fourth inning in a very, very slow-moving game here at Bethpage Ballpark, and Tim Melville's night is done. The Ducks right-hander, like Dennis O'Grady in the first game, did not have his best stuff like we saw in his most recent outing, but Melville's day is done. And left-hander Patrick Kreider's going to come on with the lefty Caleb Gindel coming to the plate. Kreider will take over after Melville, to this point, has allowed 6 runs in 3 2/3 innings on 7 hits and a walk. He did strike out 7, but he also hit a couple batters, allowed a home run, and threw a wild pitch. We'll get you his final line once it's complete, but he is responsible for Rico Noel at first. 6 runs today for the Barnstormers, and out of the 6 in this game, 5 have scored with 2 outs in an inning. And this after the Barnstormers scored 6 runs in game 1 of the doubleheader, and 5 of them came with 2 outs. So just a day where the Ducks can't seem to get that final out and keep this Barnstormer lineup at bay. Guys have talked about what needs to happen, and the main thing that they've been saying is getting ahead in counts and keeping the Barnstormers offense off balance, but neither of the 3 starters in this series have been able to do that. As for the Ducks bullpen, it has been spectacular in this series. Thus far, it has thrown 10 2/3 innings of relief and has allowed just 1 run. So here is Kreider to the mound. His first pitch is actually a throw over to first to check on Rico Noel. No surprise, Noel already with 2 steals tonight. Part of a 5 stolen base night thus far for the Barnstormers. Kreider comes set on the hill. And another throw over to check on Noel. Kreider did not pitch in game 1 today, but he did pitch in relief last night through a scoreless inning in the 8th. Struck out the side, did allow a 2-out walk to the man at the plate, Caleb Gindel, and threw 21 pitches, 11 of them for strikes. He was our guest on the pregame show before game 1 today. And another throw over to first base to check on Noel. Gindel in his second season here with the Barnstormers hit .295 last year in 135 games, 10 homers, and 72 runs batted in. Runner goes from first, and this is rocketed into center. Delta Cleary Jr. races in into his right to make the catch. And Kreider comes on, and on his first pitch is able to get the final out of this 4th inning. But not before the Barnstormers had 2 more runs, 1 earned, 1 unearned, on a total of 3 hits and an error in the inning, and they end up leaving 1 on the base pass. Through 3.5 innings of play tonight, it is Lancaster 6 and Long Island nothing.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Nolan Reimold, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. Back here at Bethpage Ballpark, the Ducks trailing the Barnstormers 6-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It is time, finally, for the answer to our 4th inning trivia question, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. Had been a while, but now it is time to give you that answer. First pitch here to Delta Cleary Jr. is taken at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Well, we gave you the question in the top half of the fourth inning to refresh your memory again, since it has been a while. The 0-1 here is on the inside corner for a strike. Jordan Pacheco, the new catcher for Long Island, hit his first major league home run back in 2011, his fourth game in the big leagues with the Rockies. As here, Cleary Jr. lines one into center field. He's got his third hit of the day. First of this game, and a leadoff single for the Ducks in the fourth, just their second hit of the night. He hit a solo home run. Pacheco did a solo home run in the fifth inning, and we wanted to know which pitcher he hit it off of. We gave you a hint that he was a future Somerset Patriot and Sugarland Skeeter. The answer, Matt Maloney. You remember the name Matt Maloney? He was a member of the Somerset Patriots during the 2014 season. Maloney, a left-handed pitcher. With Somerset was 10-8 with a 3.40 ERA in 2014. Also spent time that year with AAA Louisville and the Reds organization. First pitch here to Sanko. The fastball's on the outside corner for strike one. He then went on and pitched for the Skeeters a year later in 2015. Was 1-1 with a 5.31 ERA in 4 starts. And that was the end of his career. So a little flashback there. Now, it's funny how things all kind of circle together. The 0-1. And Bergeson deals Sanko, line drive and a right, but it is right at Trayvon Robinson who makes the catch. Good swing by Sanko, but right at the right fielder for the first out here in the fourth inning.
Ducks second baseman, number 13, Elmer Reyes, number 13.
So with one down and one on, Elmer Reyes is going to come to the plate. He is going to bat from the right side. Reyes had the first of the Ducks' 2 hits in this game with a double down the right field line. First pitch upcoming from Bergeson, and Reyes swings and misses at a breaking ball diving down and away. And the count goes to 0-1. Reyes' double came on a 2-0 pitch. It was his 8th of the year. The Ducks had had every batter retired since then, 6 straight up until that Cleary Jr. single. The 0-1 pitch, Bergeson fires, Reyes swings a ground ball to the right side and grabbed there by the second baseman, twirling and throwing and making the play is Garrett Weber. Excellent play to deny Elmer Reyes of a base hit. Cleary Jr. does go to second on the play, and there is the second out. What a play by Garrett Weber.
Mark Krause, number 34.
Ground ball into the hole on the right side. Looked like it was going to snake through, or that there would be only a chance to maybe knock it down for Weber, but he comes up with it, spins and throws over to first in time for the out. And so a 2-away, that leaves it up to Mark Krause, who struck out looking his first time up back in the second inning. And thus far tonight, it seems to be the Brad Bergeson that was in his first 3 starts this season compared to the Bergeson of his past 2 outings. As he has been excellent, just 2 base runners through the first 3 2/3 innings. And the first pitch is taken outside for ball number 1. Krause in the first game of the doubleheader today was 0 for 1 at the plate. Krause drew a pair of walks in the game for Long Island. The 1-0. It's a high, towering fly ball in the air to left. Drifting in is Lasting's Millage. Millage will make the catch for the final out of the fourth inning. The Ducks get the leadoff man on for the second time in this game, but cannot bring him in. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. After 4 on Long Island, Barnstormers with a 6-run advantage intact.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Matt Larkins, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Ducks fans, chill out with a cold cup of Hampton Coffee Company gourmet iced coffee available at the concession stands here at Bethpage Ballpark. Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or check out their cafes in the Hamptons. So we head to the fifth inning here at Bethpage Ballpark. The Ducks still trailing 6-0 to the Barnstormers, and Patrick Kreider, who came on in the fourth, got the final out of the inning, will stay on to pitch here in the fifth inning. And once again, for the third straight game in this series, the Ducks are going to need some extensive work out of their bullpen, and that Monday off day cannot come soon enough for Long Island to give the bullpen a breather. But they have certainly done their job to this point in this series. So here's Kreider to the mound, his first pitch. Swinging a ground ball hit to first, gobbled up there by Mark Krause. He'll take it to the bag, and hey, the Ducks find a way to get Casey Hobson out. First pitch swinging, he grounds out to first base after picking up RBI hits in his first two at-bats. And Patrick Kreider has recorded 2 outs on 2 pitches. On the final line tonight on Tim Melville, the starting pitcher for the Long Island Ducks. Definitely his worst start of the year. Pitched a total of 3 2/3 innings, and he allowed 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, walked 1, and struck out 7. A lot of home run, hit 2 batters, and threw a wild pitch as well. The first pitch here misses outside for ball 1. 100 pitches thrown, and 57 of them for strikes from Melville, and he is in line for a loss that would drop his record to 2-3. Fly ball in the air down the right field line by Halton. This will go foul into the seats, and that evens up the count at 1-1. We'll also go through the out-of-town scoreboard this inning, get you caught up in action around the Atlantic League and the Major League scoreboard. We've yet to do that here in this game, so let's take care of that now. One pitch coming up. Here it comes. This breaking ball is grounded foul to the third base dugout. So Halton, who had a 2-run home run his last time up, now behind at 1-2. Earlier today, game 1 of a doubleheader in New Britain, the Blue Crabs shut out the Bees 2-0. Just 7 hits between the teams. Brian Grenning, the complete game shutout with 10 strikeouts, gets the winner, improves to 2-1, and the loser, Brian Dupre, falls to 3-2. Rodriguez and Cohn with the RBIs for Southern Maryland. Game 2 going on right now. They're in the top of the 6th, and again the Blue Crabs shutting out the Bees. 4-0, they lead it. 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball down low, goes all the way back to the backstop. Now that'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bees with Anthony Marzi on the mound in game 2 as the starter. Southern Maryland going with Gabby Hernandez, who has struck out 6 in 5 innings. 2 RBIs thus far for Jose Lozada, and 1 each for Allen and Palmero to lead the Blue Crabs. 2-2. Kreider misses down and away with a fastball, and that'll run the count full at 3-2. Somerset Patriots hosting the Bridgeport Bluefish, trying to widen the gap in the Liberty Division standings, and they lead the Bluefish right now 2-0, top of the 4th inning. After winning last night, 3-2, popped up in the air to right, racing in Angelo Stanco, still coming on, and he makes the catch. I did not think that ball was as shallow as it was off the bat of Halton. Stanco had to race a long way in. He does come in and make the catch, and there's the second out.
Second baseman number 4, Garrett Weber, number 4.
So we mentioned Somerset leading right now. Rick Teasley, the left-hander, starting for the Patriots. Rainey Lara going for Bridgeport. Somerset thus far with RBIs from Eggleston and Rosario as they lead at 2-0. The final Atlantic League game is in York, Pennsylvania, where the Revolution struggles continue. They're being shut out 4-0 by the Skeeters. First pitch taken inside here for ball one by Weber, who in this game has been hit by a pitch and flown out to right. Starting tonight for the Skeeters, Josh Outman, the former B. Steve Janis started for York, and now Michael Click is in. This breaking ball hits the outside corner from Kreider for a strike to even the count at 1-1. For the Skeeters tonight, RBIs from Giansanti and Wilkins, and 2 RBIs from Cordero to lead the way. Here's the 1-1. This is line towards short, fielded on a hop by Lyons. He spins from the outfield grass, throws to first, dug out on the backhand by Mark Krause, and an excellent play by Dan Lyons, the shortstop, for the final out of the inning. It is a 1-2-3 inning, as the Ducks retire the Barnstormers for the first time in this game, which means it's another PSEG Long Island energy efficient inning. With energy efficiency programs from PSEG Long Island, saving on your electric bill is also as easy as 1, 2, 3. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. One more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you. Halfway through on this Saturday night, Barnstormers 6, Ducks nothing.
Hey fans, this is Yuri De La Rosa, left-hander pitcher, and you are listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant, or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Michael Pollock still with you as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning here at Bethpage Ballpark. 6-0, the Barnstormers lead the Ducks. Here in the nightcap of this day-night doubleheader, we'll finish up the out-of-town scoreboard here in this bottom of the 5th as well. Alex Berg is going to lead things off, batting against the righty Brad Bergeson. The first pitch to him misses outside for ball 1. Yankees were winners earlier today to even up their series with the Athletics. 3-2, the Yankees won. CC Sabathia, the winner, improved to 5-2. As Berg takes outside again, 2-0. The loser was Jarrell Cotton, who falls to 3-5. Dylan Betances, his 5th save of the year. Matt Holliday went deep for his 9th home run of the year for the Yankees. Josh Fegley with his 2nd for Oakland. 2-0 pitch. Berg swings, fouls one off to the first base side. Got jammed on the pitch. And the count goes to 2-1. As for the Mets, they're in action right now out in Pittsburgh, taking on the Pirates. After winning last night, the Mets have a 3-2 lead, top of the 4th inning at PNC Park. Zach Wheeler starting for the Mets tonight. Garrett Cole going for the Pirates. 2-1 pitch on the way. And Berg lifts a fly ball in the air again, foul down the right field line. This one much deeper. Up onto the concourse. And that'll even up the count. Mets with home runs tonight from Jay Bruce, his 12th. Travis d'Arnaud, his 5th. Andrew McCutchen has gone deep for his 7th of the season for Pittsburgh. Two-two. Berg a foul ball straight back to the screen behind home plate. Good cut. Berg tonight with a fly out to right in his only at bat. That was back in the 2nd inning. And meanwhile, the Red Bulls in action hosting New England Revolution in MLS action. Revolution with a 1-0 lead in the 41st minute thanks to a 9th minute penalty kick goal from Lee Wynn. 2-2. Burgess swinging a miss, strike 3. He chased the breaking ball down in the zone. Strikeout number 4 on the night for Bergeson. And there's the first out of this 5th inning.
11 Ducks catcher number 15, Jordan Pacheco, number 15.
So 1 away, and now Jordan Pacheco will step up to the plate. Pacheco, in his second at-bat with the Ducks, nearly had a great start to his Ducks career. And he came up with Elmer Reyes at second and 2 outs in the 2nd inning. First pitch is taken for a strike over the outside corner, 0-1. Had a bullet line drive into center field, but it hung up there long enough for Darian Sanford to make the catch for the final out of the inning. Here's the 0-1. Fouled right back to the screen behind home plate. And the count quickly, 0-2. In addition to spending time with the Reds last year, Pacheco spent a brief amount of time with AAA Louisville and the Reds organization, and AAA Gwinnett and the Braves organization. 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. He cuts through the high fastball. So back-to-back strikeouts for Ferguson, who now has 5 Ks in the game. Now the Ducks have had the first 2 batters retired in the 5th inning.
Third baseman number 6, Giovanni Alfonso, number 6.
So 2 away quickly. As again, through the first 4 2/3 innings, only 2 Ducks have reached base. First pitch, and Alfonso was swinging a miss for strike 1. First Duck batter to reach was Reyes, leading off the 2nd with a double. And then Cleary Jr. led off the 4th with a base hit, but that has been it thus far for Long Island. Here's the 0-1, and Alfonso takes low and outside, even the count at 1-1. Alfonso with a strikeout leading off the 3rd inning after getting a hit in 3 at-bats during the day game. Fans here with a Let's Go Ducks chant to try and will the offense back into this game. 1-1 is fouled over the screen, straight back. That comes back down below. So that runs the count to 1-2 on Alfonso, and now Bergeson a strike away from striking out the side. Right-hander gets the sign, winds and fires, and the 1-2 pitch is chopped into the ground, foul by Alfonso. Alfonso has reached base in 12 consecutive games coming into this game. Coming into the day, he had reached base in 11 straight and was hitting .333 during his last 15 games and .359 during that 11-game on-base streak. But he has certainly done everything in his power to earn some more playing time. And does get the start in both games of the doubleheader today. The 1-2 was a swing and a miss for strike 3 as he chased the slider over the outside part of the plate. So Brad Bergeson strikes out the side in the 5th and now has 6 Ks for the game. Ducks go in order. We go to the 6th here on Long Island. It's been all Barnstormers so far. They lead it 6-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Tim Melville, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden. And he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
And fans, one of the big treats here.
Ducks fans, don't forget to follow all season long as the Long Island Ducks try and meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs, then Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. Ducks have hit a total of 25 home runs this season. Their 25th came, or check that, I should say, 26 home runs on the season. Their 26th came earlier today on the 2-run home run by Angelo Sanco back in the 3rd inning. But nothing yet here tonight for Long Island, as they have been shut out to this point by Brad Bergeson.
Number 27, Rob Rogers, number 27. Right back to the Barnstormers, the left fielder, number 5, Lastings Village.
So it'll be Lastings Millage to lead off in the 6th inning. Bottom 3 in the order. New pitcher for the Ducks is Rob Rogers. He takes over after a strong performance from Patrick Kreider, who came in with 2 outs in the 4th inning, retired the final batter of the 4th, and all 3 that he faced in the 5th inning. Lastings Millage leading off, and he takes a fastball high and inside from Rogers, 1-0. Well, the Ducks bullpen continuing its terrific work of late. They have thrown now a total of 21 innings of late, as this is fouled off. That total is over their last 7 games now. The 5 games coming into today, the first game today, and thus far in this game. 23 innings for the bullpen. Now they have yielded just 2 runs, 1 of them earned in that span. So that is pretty darn impressive. Well below 1 in the ERA there. 1-1 breaking ball misses low. And the count goes to 2-1. Kreider with 1 1/3 innings, zeros across earlier today. Yuri De La Rosa, 3 scoreless innings. No hits, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Fly ball in the air down the right field line, foul. And the count goes to 2-2. With the Ducks starting pitching having struggled now over the last 3 games, 3 sort of 4 games, and with the offense getting a little bit quiet for the Ducks once again, it is the relief pitching that has stood out. 2-2. It's a hit on the ground weakly back to Rob Rogers. He picks it up on the short hop and throws over to Mark Krause at first for the putout. So Rogers retires Millage, who is now 1 for 2 in this game with a walk and a single. And there's the first out of the 6th inning. Numbers on Rogers have been excellent this year for Long Island. He has pitched in 12 games out of the bullpen coming into tonight. 1-0 record.
Number 21, Trayvon Robinson, number 21.
And a 1.72 ERA for Rogers. 15 2/3 innings. He has given up 8 hits and 3 runs, all of which have been earned. He has walked 7 and struck out 6. Not a big strikeout guy, but he pitches to contact and gets outs, and that's what's most important. Doesn't matter if he gets strikeouts, groundouts, flyouts, lineouts, whatever way you get him, it's about getting outs and keeping the opponent off the scoreboard. So that has been the big thing for the Ducks and their bullpen of late. As Rogers misses low and outside, to even up the count at 1-1 on Robinson, who a couple seasons ago was a spring training invitee for the Ducks. But before he could begin this season with Long Island, his contract was purchased by the Diamondbacks organization. 1-1 is cut on and fouled off at home plate. And Robinson now behind at 1-2. Since that point, he has played with the Somerset Patriots and now the Barnstormers here in the Atlantic League. Happened in 2015 when his contract was purchased. Ended up playing with AAA Reno and AAA Toledo, which is in the Tigers organization. And last year split time with Somerset and Lancaster. 1-2. Misses down low with a fastball. In 51 games with the Barnstormers last year, hit 298, hit 235 in 64 games with Somerset. And combined to hit 15 home runs and drive in 48 runs. Robinson, also a former big leaguer, spent a couple seasons with the Mariners at the show. 90 games, hit 215 with 5 homers and 26 runs batted in. Hit on the ground a short here, gobbled up by Dan Lyons. Lyons will throw him out at first base for the putout. So Rogers has induced back-to-back groundouts here in the 6th inning. And with 2 away, that'll leave it up to the catcher, Anderson De La Rosa.
Catcher, number 32, Anderson De La Rosa, number 32.
two-way, and that'll bring Anderson De La Rosa to the plate. De La Rosa will bat from the right side. He has gone 1 for 2 in this game. And takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike one. De La Rosa in his first at-bat struck out swinging in the second inning. And then he picked up an RBI single to left with 1 out in the fourth. And ended up scoring later in the inning. Here he hits a ground ball over the mound towards the middle. Reyes fields, jump pass behind second to first, got him! Oh, a great play by Elmer Reyes. Well, the Ducks are certainly showing off some leather tonight. Last inning it was Dan Lyons with a great play up the middle. And this time his middle infield counterpart, Elmer Reyes, with a great play for the final out of a 1-2-3 sixth inning. So the Barnstormers go in order for the second straight frame. We head to the bottom of the sixth. Still 6-0 Lancaster.
Hey fans, this is infielder Mark Krause, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Well, we move to the bottom half of the sixth inning here at Bethpage Ballpark. The Ducks still trailing 6-0. Got a pitching change here on Long Island. The Barnstormers have gone to their bullpen and called on left-hander Daniel Mascot, who is going to take over for right-hander Brad Bergeson. And a little bit of a surprise because Bergeson has been in cruise control in this game. 5 scoreless innings to this point and has allowed just 2 base runners. A leadoff double in the second by Reyes, a leadoff single in the fourth by Cleary Jr. And he hasn't had too many pitches thrown either. 62 pitches, 47 of them for strikes. So I wonder if the Barnstormers just trying to bottle up what he did today and take that and run with it, considering he has struggled his last 2 starts, or if they legitimately have an injury to Bergeson. He has pitched as many as 8 innings this year, 3 times has thrown 6 innings. So I don't know if there's any sort of injury at all, but Bergeson is done after 5 shutout innings, and we'll see if the Ducks' offensive luck can change with the bullpen into the game. First pitch to Dan Lyons is taken low, and the count goes to 1-0. Lyons a ground out to third his first time up back in the third inning. Mascot gets the sign, he works out of the stretch. And the 1-0 delivery. And it's on the outside corner, a fastball for strike one. So 5 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 6 strikeouts for Bergeson. He threw 62 pitches, 47 for strikes. In line for the win, that would improve his record to 3-2. Here is the 1-1. Lyons takes a fastball that missed down and in. And it is 2 balls and 1 strike for Mascot. This is his 16th appearance out of the bullpen this year. He is 3-0 and has a 2.40 ERA. Defense straight away. And the 2-ball, 1 strike offering from the left-hander. Lyons a swing and a miss. He cut through the pitch coming in on his hands. And so that has evened up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The bullpens on both sides have been terrific in this series. Neither side has scored a run past the 4th inning in the first 3 games yet. 2-2 is fouled over the screen back behind the plate. Ball caroms from up top back down towards the Ducks dugout. do it yet again with the count at 2-2 on Dan Lyons. Two-two pitch, swinging a fly ball in the air to right. Easy for Trayvon Robinson, who takes a couple steps back and makes the catch. And there is the first out of this 6th inning. Mascot this season in his 15 games.
With the left fielder, number 20, Nolan Reimold. Number 20.
He has allowed 13 hits and 7 runs, 4 of them earned in 15 innings of work, just 3 walks to 16 strikeouts. So with the 1 away and the base is empty, here is Nolan Reimold to the plate from the right side. Mascot gets the sign and comes set up on the mound. And his first pitch is taken on the outside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Reimold 0 for 2 in this game thus far. He has grounded out to third base and struck out swinging in his 2 at-bats. Didn't play the day game of the doubleheader today. Did play last night, though. And the 0-1. That's taken outside, 1-1. Reimold 0 for 9 combined in the 3 games he has played since returning from his side injury. The Ducks hoping he will start to get going soon. The 1-1. Reimold slashes one down the right field line foul. That'll go into the seats and out of play. So Reimold behind the count at 1-2 as Mascot strike away from retiring the first 2 batters of the inning. Daniel Mascot, a returner to this Barnstormers team. He was briefly here last year. Check that, 2 years ago. And the 1-2. Swinging a little tapper foul to the third base side. He chased the breaking ball down low. Mascot's played in 16 games, had 2 starts for the Barnstormers in 2015. And he was 2-0 with a 3.04 earned run average. Last year was with El Paso, the AAA affiliate of the Padres in the Pacific Coast League. So it'll be a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch here to Nolan Reimold. Mascot comes set. And he kicks and deals to the plate. Reimold is swinging a little tapper foul again back behind the plate. It was a half swing and he just got enough of it. Mascot's formerly a number 4 pick in the draft. He was the 1st round pick of the Pirates in 2007, 4th overall. And reached the major leagues with Pittsburgh in 2011 when he appeared in 31 games. It was 1-1 with a 2.96 ERA, but that's the only time he ever pitched in the big leagues. The 1-2 here, and that misses the inside corner of the low. 2-2 now on Reimold. 24 and a third big league innings. He allowed just 11 runs, 8 of them earned, walked 9 and struck out 11. So he had a lot of guys get on in terms of runs and hits, 29 hits, but ultimately didn't surrender many runs. As Reimold takes a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Looked like a fastball that hit the corner at the knees. Reimold disagreed. First strikeout for Mascot, and the 7th for Barnstormer pitching.
Center fielder, number 5, Delta Cleary Jr., number 5.
So with 2 away, that is going to leave it up to the switch hitting Delta Cleary Jr., the number 2 hitter and center fielder who will bat from the right side. One of only 2 Ducks to get on base in this game, along with Elmer Reyes. First pitch, Cleary Jr. takes a fastball over the outside corner for strike 1. Cleary Jr. led off the 4th inning with a base hit, made it to second. On the ground out by Elmer Reyes, that terrific play made by Garrett Weber. It was stranded there when Mark Krause popped out to left field. Here's the 0-1. Cleary Jr. chases a breaking ball way down in the zone. And quickly 0-2 against the Ducks center fielder. Last year, Mascot had a record of 5-2, a 3.39 ERA in 53 games. This pitch misses up high, goes back to the backstop. And so the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Cleary Jr., who had 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Pair of RBI singles. From the stretch, the 1-2 pitch on the way. And Cleary Jr. Check swing, a little roller to third base. Charging in is Halton. Bare hands. Throws off balance to first, and it's wide. And this will go into the crowd, which will allow Cleary Jr. to advance on to second base. An excuse me base hit for Delta Cleary Jr. So an infield single for Cleary Jr. That is his third hit of this, or his second hit of the ball game, and the Ducks' third hit. And then the error on Halton moves Cleary Jr. to second base. So an infield single and an E5. And that has Cleary Jr. at second base for the second time in this game. Now, 2 outs, that'll leave it up to Angelo Sanko to try and get him in. Not an easy play there for Halton, having a race in with Cleary Jr. speed, barehanded throw to first. The throw went wild. Cleary Jr. might have beaten it out anyway, but not an easy play as we mentioned. First pitch here to Sanko, the lefty hitter, and a half swing. Home plate umpire Mike Williams says that Sanko went around, and he does not agree. So the count 0-1. Sanko just shaking his head, smacking his hands together. Sanko was trying to hold the bat where he had gone to show that he did not go around. But Mike Williams, the home plate umpire, said he did. So 0-1 on the lefty swinger. Mascot looks to second, deals to the plate. Sanko takes a fastball inside. And that will even up the count at 1-1. So Cleary Jr. with back-to-back 2-hit games today. He's now got, as of right now, 11 2-hit games. And his 11 multi-hit contest tied with Sanko for the team lead. The 1-1. And Sanko swings, fouls one off down the third baseline out of play. And so now Sanko is behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Can Mascot get through this 6th inning without giving up a run? Cleary Jr. leads from second with 2 down, the 1-2 pitch, and Sanko a half swing and a pitch upstairs. Mike Williams did not say that he went around. And it looked like he was asking for an appeal, but doesn't get granted one. So instead, the count is even at 2-2 on Angelo Sanko. Had a 2-run home run deep to right over both walls in the first game. And the 2-2 delivery. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line. This will slice foul and into the crowd out of play. So we will do it yet again at 2-2. Sanko has now hit 7 of his 9 home runs this year here at home. Only 2 on the road, but he's hitting very well on the road. A .350 hitter away from Bethpage Ballpark. So really hitting more for average on the road, but hitting for power here at home. The Ducks would love a home run here to get themselves back into this game. They trail by 6. That would get them within 4. 2-2 once again from Mascot. Kicks and delivers, and Sanko a swing and a miss, strike 3. He cuts through the fastball. That'll retire the side in the 6th inning. 2 strikeouts in the 6th for Mascot. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base for Long Island. Let's head to the 7th here at Bethpage Ballpark. Barnstormers still in front, 6-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Keith Couch, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Ducks fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle Lynch shop on your next visit here to Bethpage Ballpark, where exclusive, hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. Rob Rogers with a scoreless inning of relief out of the bullpen in the 6th inning, retiring the side in order on 3 groundouts. As we get the bottom of the order, Millage, Robinson, and De La Rosa. Now we go back to the top of the Barnstormer order. And Kevin Baez has called upon his 3rd reliever of the night. It is right-hander Zach Treese who will come in. And Treese is going to face Sanford, Noel, and Gindel. As the Ducks bullpen tries to keep this game where it's at, they know they cannot afford to fall behind any further. So Kevin Baez makes the switch in relief. He brings in Zach Treese. Treese, who did not pitch in the day game but did pitch last night, will make his 2nd appearance of this series. Yeah, we mentioned before the Ducks bullpen last night, after Couch was listed following an inning and a third due to elbow tightness, through 7 2/3 innings of 1-run ball. They allowed 7 hits and 3 walks while striking out 8. And a pretty impressive performance last night from the relief corps as Zach Treese steals on the outside corner for strike 1. And then in the day game today, 3 scoreless and hitless innings out of the bullpen from Yuri De La Rosa. The 0-1, fastball inside, and that hit Darian Sanford. That is not what Zach Treese wanted to do, but that is the 3rd Barnstormer batter hit in this game. And the leadoff man is on for Lancaster in the 7th.
25, Rico Noel.
Sanford had struck out 3 times before that. He went down swinging in the 1st, looking in the 3rd, swinging in the 4th. But here in the 7th, he reaches. And now that'll bring up Rico Noel, the shortstop. And, of course, the Ducks will have to pay a lot of attention to Sanford because of his ability to steal. League leading 25 stolen bases to this point. And the first pitch, breaking ball, misses upstairs from Treese, 1-0. Noel has been on base all 3 times tonight. A single to center, a stolen base, and a run scored in the 1st. Hit by pitch, stole a base, and scored a run in the 3rd. And an RBI single to center in the 4th. This pitch misses down and in. And that runs the count to 2 balls and no strikes on Rico Noel. Treese comes set, his pitch. That's way outside, went off the glove of the catcher, Pacheco, but not far enough away. And another out of the strike zone will put the first 2 Barnstormers on without needing a hit to begin this 7th inning, not the way Zach Treese would want to start this relief appearance. Throw over to first, and back safely there is Sanford. And trying to keep themselves entertained with the wave here in the 7th inning. 3-0. There's a strike down the middle from Zach Treese. And the count 3-1. For Treese, he has pitched in 16 games on the year coming in. 3-1 record and a 2.76 earned run average. Here's the 3-1. That taken high, ball 4. So I'll make it back-to-back batters reaching to begin the 7th against Zach Treese. A hit by pitch and a walk.
Caleb Gindel, number 15.
And that is going to bring Caleb Gindel, the DH, to the plate. You do not want to put the first 2 on with Gindel and Hobson behind. But the first 2 men have reached base, both speedsters for the Barnstormers as they look to add to this 6-0 lead. And here is Caleb Gindel, who has been kept quiet in this game. In fact, He is the one of two Barnstormers that have not reached base here in this game. Trayvon Robinson 0 for 3 is the other. He technically was on the bases, but did not reach safely. First pitch misses outside for ball one. He got on with the fielder's choice on the bunt attempt in the second. But Gindel has gone 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts looking and a fly out to center. This one is fouled off by Gindel, even the count at 1-1. Gindel and the Barnstormers trying to add to this big lead they've already carved out. They scored a run in the first inning on an RBI single by Casey Hobson. 3 more came in the third inning. As the 1-1 from Treese is up and away. Missed on the breaking ball. In the third inning, an RBI double by Hobson, followed by a 2-run home run from Sean Halton. And they added another 2 in the fourth inning. Little tapper here weakly up the first baseline, foul by Gindel. That'll even the count at 2-2. In the fourth inning, it was Anderson De La Rosa and Rico Noel with RBI singles. And the Barnstormers have now scored 16 runs in the 3 games thus far of this series. Ducks have scored 7. Lost last night by a run, earlier today by 2. But have been shut out here tonight by the great pitching of Brad Bergerson, and thus far Daniel Mascot a scoreless inning. Here Gindel is swinging a miss at a nasty breaking ball from Treese for strike 3. So Gindel's got the hat trick. He strikes out for the 3rd time tonight. That is the 8th strikeout for Ducks pitching in the game, and 1 away here in the top half of the 7th inning.
First baseman number 18, Casey Hobson, number 18.
So the 1 away, that is going to bring Casey Hobson up to the plate from the left side. Dangerous first baseman for the Barnstormers, who is 2 for 3 in this game with a pair of runs batted in. And he takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Hobson today has driven in 6 of the Barnstormers' 12 runs. He has accrued for half of the offense. 4 in the first game on a pair of homers, and an RBI single and an RBI double here in game 2. Tree steps off the rubber and wants to go through the signs again. Obviously the right-hander looking for a ground ball to try and turn 2 and get out of this jam that he's put himself in the 7th. Treese long looking for the sign from Pacheco. Now he's ready. The 0-1. That's a smash on the ground foul to the front of the Ducks dugout on the first base side. And that'll run the count to 0-2. Leading from second is Sanford, and from first is Noel. Treese comes set. The 0-2 to Hobson is just outside. Trying to paint the corner with a fastball. And just did miss. So now 1-2 on Hobson with Sean Halton looming on deck. Treese looks to second, deals to the plate, and Hobson lifts a fly ball foul to the third base side. This will drift back into the seats out of play. So we will do it yet again at 1-2. Barnstormers out hitting the Ducks 7-3 in this game. Ducks have been out hit in each of the first 3 games thus far this series. 13-7 last night, 9-7 earlier today. And Tree steps off the rubber. We'll go through the signs again. Ducks will play the final game of the series tomorrow. Have Memorial Day off, and then they welcome in the Sugarland Skeeters, who are right in the thick of things in the Freedom Division race. The 1-2 is smacked foul again down the third base line. And Skeeters and Ducks will play for the first time this year. Sugarland has a potent offense as well, and they've played well this season, so the Ducks will have their work cut out for them again in that series. Here comes another 1-2 from Treese, and Hobson takes this slider off the outside corner. He would not chase. So that will even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, lots of speed on the bases, but Hobson does not have a ton of speed at the plate, so a ground ball could turn 2. Unlike if Sanford or Noel hit it with the speed that they have, very unlikely they turn it. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. You got Hobson to chase the slider down and in. Good pitch from Treese.
Another strikeout for Zach Treese means another
Back-to-back
K
strikeouts of the
on the
lefties,
plate
Gindle
position,
and
Steve
Hobson
Ward.
by Zach
Second
Treese. With 2 away, that will leave it up to the third baseman, Sean Halton.
Third baseman, number 19, Sean Halton. Number 19.
So Halton will step to the plate from the right side. He is 1 for 3 tonight. The one hit was a big one, a 2-run home run to left field in the 3rd inning that made this a 4-0 game, kind of opened things up for the Barnstormers. First pitch on the way, taken for a strike over the outside corner from Treese. Was trying to work out of a first and second no-out jam here. He hit the leadoff man Sanford with a pitch and then walked Rico Noel on 5 pitches, but has come back to strike out Gindle and Hobson. And now it'll be an 0-1 on Halton. Treese looking in for the sign, and now he gets the pitch he likes. The 0-1 delivery. Lifted in the air to right, shallow. Long run in for Sanko. Still coming on, still racing in. It drops in for a base hit. Sanford rounds third. He comes in to score. Another 2-out RBI single for the Barnstormers, and they lead it 7-0. A little blooper in a shallow right, but too far out for Reyes to get it. Too shallow for Sanko. Give Halton his third RBI of the game.
Garrett Weber, number 4.
And now make it 6 of 7 runs here in this game that have scored with 2 outs. Sure, that will be a big theme of conversation after the game with Kevin Baez. The Ducks' difficulty trying to get that final out of an inning, and the Barnstormers tacking on runs. This pitch misses low for ball 1, so that leadoff hit by pitch comes back to bite Zach Treese. He almost got out of the jam. But that the Ducks bullpen just 3rd run allowed in their last 7 games. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. A half swing by Garrett Weber, and he cut through it. And that will even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. You got to give the Barnstormers credit what they have done with 2 outs in this series. Coming into this game, the Barnstormers hitting .277 as a team with runners in scoring position and 2 out. That's pretty good. Ducks hitting .240 in those situations as the breaking ball is taken for a strike. And the count goes to 1-2. And 11 of 13 runs today for the Barnstormers between these 2 games, coming home with 2 men out in an inning. Here's the 1-2. Now the slider misses low and away, kicks away from the catcher Pacheco. A wild pitch from Zach Treese. Scoring from third base will be Weber. Check that, Weber's at the plate. Scoring from third base is Noel. Down to second base on the wild pitch goes Halton. And it's now an 8-0 lead for the Barnstormers. So another run with 2 outs coming across. It'll be a 2-ball, 2-strike pitch here to Halton. He smacks one in the air to left. On the run is the left fielder. Reimold. He'll have to play it on a hop. That lands for a base hit. Moving to third base goes Halton. Weber, with the base hit on Halton. But now runners at the corners with 2 outs. As yet another Barnstormer reaches. A 4th man to get on base against Zach Treese here in the 7th inning. And that will bring the left fielder Lastings Millage to the plate.
Left fielder number 5, Lastings Millage, number 5.
And with Treese pitching yesterday and today, very unlikely he is available tomorrow. Same with Patrick Kreider, who has pitched the past 2 days. First pitch on the way to Millage, breaking ball, that almost hit him. That came pretty close inside and nearly caught him on the left arm. And so the count 1-0. Needless to say, the Ducks will need length out of their ace, John Brownell, tomorrow. Was pitched very well of late for the Ducks. He's 3-0 on the year with an ERA just under 2.5. The Ducks will certainly need a good performance out of him tomorrow. Smacked on the ground at second base. Elmer Reyes is there. He throws to first for the out. And Miller's retired to put an end to the 7th inning. But the Barnstormers are able to increase their advantage. They get 2 runs in the inning on 2 hits, a walk, a hit by pitch, and a wild pitch. No errors and 2 runners left on base. Time to stretch here at Bethpage Ball. We're going to turn things over down to the James E. Allen Junior and Senior High School from Dix Hills. They will perform tonight's God Bless America. Lovely rendition of God Bless America here tonight by the James E. Allen Junior and Senior High School from Dix Hills. Bottom of the 7th coming up with the Ducks trailing 8-0.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Angelo Sanko, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up here at Bethpage Ballpark. A tough night for the Ducks all around as they trail right now 8-0 going into the bottom of the 7th inning. The one bright spot has been the Ducks defense, which has played pretty well in this game. Starting pitching from Tim Melville, not up to snuff. And the relief corps, which had been doing well up until that last inning, when Zach Treese allowed a pair of runs. Daniel Mascot, by the way, stays into the game after pitching a scoreless 6th inning. And in the 7th inning, he will face the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Ducks. There will be Elmer Reyes, Mark Krause, and Alex Berg. Moskos' pitch, and Reyes takes down and in for ball 2. Ducks have had 3 base runners in this game. Cleary Jr. has been on twice, and Elmer Reyes once. Reyes had a double back in the 2nd inning. Bottom 6 in the order are combined 0 for 12. This is on the ground to 3rd base. It's gobbled up there by Halton. His throw across the diamond in time, 1 away. Checked at the bottom 5 in the order are 2 for 10.
Ducks first baseman number 34, Mark Krause, number 34.
So 1 away, and that'll bring Mark Krause up to the plate. He will bat from the left side. Krause 0 for 2 in this ball game for Long Island. He has struck out and popped out to left field in his 2 at-bats. So here is Krause from the left side, and the first pitch to him is swung and fouled off at home plate. Just got a little piece of it and fouled it back. So the count 0-1. Mascot in his second inning of work, he allowed a hit in the 6th, an infield single to 3rd. Cleary Jr. made it to 2nd when the ball was thrown away as Krause takes high here. But he was stranded there when Angelo Sonko struck out swinging. Here comes a 1-1. Mascot gets the sign from De La Rosa and comes set. Pitch to the plate. Krause takes a fastball up high. And it is now 2-1 on the Ducks' first baseman. So if the Barnstormers hang on here, they will have turned a 4-game losing streak into a 3-game winning streak. And will guarantee themselves the series win and will have a chance to sweep the Ducks tomorrow in the finale of this 4-game series. The 2-1. Krause, a ground ball foul to the Ducks dugout on the first base side. That'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Krause steps around the batter's box here, taking his time before digging back in against Mascot. Left-hander is now ready to go. And the 2-2 pitch on the way is a swing and a little tapper foul to the first base side. Just got enough to stay alive in this at-bat. And for Mascot, this is his 16th appearance of the season. Last year with El Paso, 5-2 record and a 3.39 ERA in 53 games out of the bullpen. And the Padres AAA affiliate, again, pretty good numbers, but released by the organization and now back here with the Barnstormers. Here's the 2-2. And the breaking ball here just misses outside. So that will run the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Alex Berg will be next, and then if it gets to him, Jordan Pacheco. Mascot is ready to go. And the 3-2 delivered to the plate. Krause swings, fouls it off to the third base side. Out of 5,720 tonight here at Bethpage Ballpark. Not the biggest of the season, but definitely right up there. Last homestand on May 20th, the Ducks welcomed 5,885. That currently their largest of the year. Here's the payoff pitch, and Krause swings, lifts a fly ball in the air, foul to the third base side. Again, that will drift into the seats. Krause with 3 2-strike foul balls here in this at-bat. And he is certainly trying to find his way on base. With 1 down in the 7th, the Ducks are going to need base runners if they have any hope of coming back into this game. They need to just start to cook a rally together. Piece by piece. They're not going to get it all with one swing, that's for sure. Another payoff pitch on the way, and Krause will swing and smack it foul down the right field line this time, right into the front row of the field box seats. Past the camera well. So we will have yet another 3-ball, 2-strike pitch coming up. Mascot shakes off his catcher, De La Rosa. Now he's got the pitch he likes. Here's another 3-2, and a 5th 2-strike foul ball from Mark Krause. Well, he's given the crowd here a lot of souvenirs in this at-bat. 7 foul balls total, and 5 of them with 2 strikes. This next pitch will be the 11th of the at-bat from Mascot to Krause. Here's the pitch. Krause swings, line drive into center field. There's a base hit. Well, a good at bat there for Mark Krause. He found himself with a 2-2 count, fouled off 5 2-strike foul balls, worked the count to 3-2, and then picked up a base hit up the middle.
Ducks designated hitter, number 23, Alex Berg. Number 23.
So after throwing 2 walks in the opening game of this doubleheader, he's now 1 for 3 in game 2. And that will bring Alex Berg to the plate, the designated hitter and sixth batter for Long Island. First pitch on the way to Berg, and he is way out in front of an off-speed pitch. Swings and misses for strike one. Berg tonight has flat out to right and struck out swinging in his 2 at-bats. Getting the sign and coming set is Mascot. And the 0-1. Fastball missed way up and outside. And that will even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Berg in game 1 of the Twin Bill, 0 for 3 at the plate. And now the 1-1 delivery. That fastball missed at the bottom of the zone. And that'll run the count to 2-1. Berg was 1 for 4 yesterday, so he's been slumping a little bit here in this series. Didn't have a great series up in Bridgeport. And as we've mentioned, the Ducks have a very talented roster offensively, but they just haven't been able to piece it together to this point of the season. 2-1. And that fastball misses high and outside for ball 3. And again, you sometimes give teams a little bit of a pass here because, again, spring training is only about a week and a half long in the Atlantic League, so it takes some time for guys to get going, especially the offense, which tends to be a little bit behind the pitching. The Barnstormers are certainly swinging their bats well. The Ducks need to find a way to start swinging theirs as well. They want to get back in this first half title race. 3-1, breaking ball. That's thrown in for a strike by Mascot. Good tight curveball. And that runs the count full at 3-2. Bottom of the 7th here, the Ducks trailing 8-0. They got a 1 on and 1 out after the single by Mark Krause. The payoff pitch coming from Mascot to Berg. Here it is. And Berg swings lines, one in the air to right. Backing up Trayvon Robinson. He'll make the head-high catch. A good, solid opposite field line drive from Alex Berg. Caught by Robinson for the second out of the inning. That's been some of the tough luck the Ducks have had in this series. They have hit some baseballs hard, but have hit them right to outfielders or high enough where the outfielders can catch up to it. So 2 down with the runner still at first, and here is the catcher Jordan Pacheco to the plate. Pacheco's 3rd at bat of the night in his first game with the Ducks. And he is 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch on the way from Mascot. And that misses down in the zone for ball 1. Pacheco nearly picked up a line drive base hit to center in the second inning. His first at bat with Elmer Reyes at second, but ball hung up long enough for Sanford to make the catch, and then Pacheco struck out in the 5th when Bergeson struck out the side to end his night. Fly ball in the air down the right field line, foul off the bat of Pacheco. And I will even things up at 1-1. Pacheco was signed by the Ducks prior to yesterday's game. The Ducks signed and activated him. They released their backup catcher, Dominic Blanco. Now, Pacheco will not only play catcher for the Ducks, but he can play some other positions, including the corner outfield and corner infield spots. So it gives the Ducks some more versatility and another major league presence in their clubhouse. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Pacheco way out in front. So Pacheco now behind at 1-2. And Mascot's a strike away from getting through the 7th unharmed. He's allowed 2 hits since taking over in this game, but has not yielded a run yet. Barnstormers shutout intact. And the 1-2 delivery to Pacheco is swung on and lifted in the air to shallow center, going out the second baseman Weber and the shortstop Noel. It is Noel who will make the catch, and that retires the side in the 7th inning. So for the Ducks, no runs. They get their 4th hit of the game, but they leave him on base as they have in the previous 3. To the 8th we go, with Barnstormers still in front, 8-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Patrick Kreider, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy-efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Ducks fans, do you want frequent updates on team transactions, scores, store specials, and the status of upcoming games? Well, then follow the Long Island Ducks on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucks. With Twitter, the faithful flock will be able to follow their Ducks and find out more information regarding nightly promotions, players, signings, league activities, and so much more. The Ducks are tweeting right now, and you can follow along at twitter.com/LIDucks. We get to the 8th inning here at Bethpage Ballpark. Amalio Diaz will come in out of the bullpen for Long Island. He is the 4th reliever in this game used by Kevin Baez. After Zach Treese pitched the 7th inning, and the first reliever to get roughed up really for the Ducks in this series. He allowed 2 runs on 2 hits, a walk, and a hit batter. The Ducks bullpen had come into the day, and into this game, I should say now. They came into this day with 21 2/3 innings of 2-run ball, only one of the runs earned, but Treese allows 2 runs in the 7th. As we go to the 8th, that'll be the bottom of the order for the Barnstormers coming up, as they will send Robinson, De La Rosa, and Sanford, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters, due up to the plate. And Diaz will try and keep the game right where it's at. Ducks obviously cannot afford to fall behind any further, but already behind by 8 here tonight. So here is Diaz to the mound. First pitch on the way to the switch hitting Robinson. Diaz fires, and Robinson takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Robinson in this game has gone 0 for 3. He is the one of 2 Barnstormers that have not gotten on base, along with Caleb Gindel in this game. They have not reached base safely. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Way out in front was Robinson, and he's now behind 0-2. Robinson reached on a fielder's choice on a bunt attempt, tried to sacrifice runners over in the 2nd inning, but got the lead runner thrown out at 3rd. He is also struck out and grounded out to short. This after in the day game going 0 for 2 with a walk. Swing and a miss here. Foul tipped into the glove of the catcher Pacheco for strike 3. So Amalio Diaz gets the strikeout, first out of this 8th inning. And that will bring to the plate the catcher Anderson De La Rosa. Numbers on Diaz this year have been impressive. 15 games for the righty. He's 1-0 with a 1.20 ERA and 1 save. 3 runs, 2 of them earned, allowed in 15 innings. He has given up 12 hits and 6 walks while striking out 16. Opponents hitting just .222 against him. So with 1 out here is the catcher and 9-hitter Anderson De La Rosa to the plate. This pitch hits the outside corner for a strike at the knees. 0-1 on De La Rosa, who is 1 for 3 on the night. He picked up an RBI single in the 4th and later scored in that same inning. Before that, a strikeout swinging. Since then, a ground out to 2nd. The 0-1, swing and a foul tip into the glove of Pacheco. Good fastball from Diaz, and De La Rosa got a little piece of it. So the count 0-2. From the stretch, here comes the 0-2 delivery. Diaz kicks and fires, and the fastball misses way up high. And so now 1-2 strikes on De La Rosa. He is in his first season here with the Barnstormers. Kicking the pitch from Diaz. He will swing and miss for strike 3. Ball down in the dirt. The tag applied by Pacheco. So back-to-back strikeouts out of the bullpen for Amalio Diaz. It's now 11 strikeouts for Ducks pitching tonight. And 2 outs quickly here in the 8th.
Back to the top of the order for the Barnstormers with center fielder number 3, Darian Sanford. Number 3.
So a 2-away, that'll leave it up to Darian Sanford, who is 0 for 3 in tonight's contest. Was hit by a pitch his last time up and later scored in the inning on an RBI single by Sean Halton. Diaz comes set at the belt and his first offering. Sanford takes a breaking ball outside, 1-0. First 3 at-bats were strikeouts for Sanford. He went down swinging in both the first and the fourth, looking in the third. A good recipe for the Ducks to keep him off the bases, but still being victimized today by the middle of the order. Hobson has driven in 2, and Halton 3 in this game. Pitch is taken low. And now 2 balls and no strikes on Darian Sanford. Diaz comes set up on the hill. Defense playing straight away. The center fielder Cleary Jr. shaded to left center here and shallow. This pitch misses low, and Sanford now in front, 3-0. Ducks outfielders all playing very shallow for Sanford. I mean, way shallow. The furthest out is Reimold in left, but Sonko way in tight in right, and Cleary Jr. in shallow in left center. It won't matter as Sanford takes a 4th straight pitch out of the zone from Diaz for ball 4. 3rd walk by a Ducks pitcher in this game. Sanford on for the 2nd time tonight.
Shorts on number 25, Rico Noel, number 25.
And you didn't want to put him on because now Rico Noel comes to the plate, and he has been on base all 4 times he has come to the plate in this ball game. A single, a hit by pitch, a single, and a walk in this nightcap for Rico Noel. Sanford will take his lead from first. And the first pitch on the way from Amalio Diaz is a breaking ball that misses low and outside for ball 1. Noel singled and scored in the first after stealing a base. In the 3rd was hit by a pitch, stole a base and scored. In the 4th, an RBI single to center. And in the 7th, a walk and later scored on a wild pitch. So 3 runs in the game for him. And he takes a fastball high. That's now 6 straight out of the strike zone for Amalio Diaz after striking out the first 2 hitters with relative ease. (2-0) pitch. He fires. And that is taken at the belt for a called strike. And it runs the count to 2-1. If Noel reaches, Caleb Gindel will be next. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. And the breaking ball misses way low and outside. So Noel now ahead at 3-1. And all of a sudden, Amalio Diaz in danger of walking back-to-back hitters with 2 outs. And we talked about it almost ad nauseum here, but it has been so much in these 2 games today. An issue with 2 outs in an inning for these Ducks pitchers to just get through the inning without any sort of trouble, as Noel takes a strike on the outside corner to run the count to 3-2. Today the Barnstormers have scored a total of 14 runs, and 12 of them have come with 2 outs in an inning. Both in the 7th came with 2 outs after Treese got back-to-back strikeouts of Gindel and Hobson. And the 3-2 was fouled over the screen back behind the plate by Noel. Now, it's of course easier said for us up here in the broadcast booth. We're not the ones out on the field throwing the pitches to arguably the best lineup in the Atlantic League right now. But it has certainly been a challenge today for the Ducks pitching staff to get that final out with runners on base and keep the Barnstormers off the scoreboard. Here's the payoff pitch with the runner going from first, and Noel is swinging a miss, strike 3. Diaz got him to chase down and away. So good job by Diaz to bounce back and get the strikeout. He strikes out the side in the 8th. For Ducks pitching 12 strikeouts in this game. No runs, no hits, a walk and a runner left on base. To the bottom of the 8th we go, 8-0 Lancaster.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Zach Treese, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. Bottom of the 8th inning coming up here on Long Island. Lancaster goes to their bullpen after 2 scoreless innings from Daniel Mascot. And they will bring in Coyote Downing, their second reliever of the night. And he will come on and pitch the 8th inning and face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Ducks. It'll be Alfonso, Lyons, and Reimold coming to the plate. Quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Again, we told you earlier today, the Blue Crabs shut out the Bees 2-0 in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Well, they have completed back-to-back shutouts as they win 6-0 in the nightcap of the day-night doubleheader. In that second game, Gabby Hernandez struck out 8 in 8 scoreless innings to get the win. He improved to 3-0. Anthony Marzi, the loser, fell to 3-3. And there were no home runs in that game, but for the Blue Crabs, 2 RBIs leading the way from Jose Lozada as they pick up the shutout victory. Revolution also bounced back as they defeated the Skeeters 5-4, so that is good news for the Barnstormers, as the Skeeters will lose ground in the Freedom Division race to the Barnstormers. Haynes, the win in relief, improved to 1-1, or excuse me, Haynes, the loss, fell to 1-1 for Sugarland. Hutchinson, the win, improved to 2-0 for York, and Martin picked up his second save. Giansanti with his 3rd home run of the year, and Wilkins his 9th of the season, both for the Skeeters. Cordero also went deep with his 2nd home run of the year for York, and Joel Guzman hit his 3rd of the year for the Revolution. Cordero actually for the Skeeters. Sugarland hits 3 home runs, but ultimately falls 5-4 to the York Revolution. And the other game going on right now is in the bottom of the 8th inning in Bridgewater, New Jersey, and it's the Somerset Patriots shutting out the Bridgeport Bluefish 5-0 right now. Rick Teasley started for Somerset. Ronnie Shaben is now in. Rainey Lara started for Bridgeport. Brian Moran now doing the pitching. 3 RBIs and 3 hits from Omo Rosario leading the way. So the Ducks are poised to lose a game and a half of ground to the Somerset Patriots if this holds up. Giovanni Alfonso takes the first pitch high and inside from Downing, the Hawaii native, who now lives in San Diego, California. Count 1-0 on Alfonso, who has struck out twice tonight. Here's the 1-0. And he takes inside. I think that went off the glove of the catcher, so it's now 2-0. Alfonso once again finds himself needing to get on base, and this is his final at-bat, possibly of the night, unless the Ducks can rally back. Otherwise, it would end his on-base streak at 12 straight games. Here's the 2-0. Alfonso takes low, 3-0, and another out of the zone would allow Alfonso to let the streak continue. So Downing is ready, and his 3-0 delivery to Alfonso. That's taken down the middle for a strike. I'm surprised to see Alfonso take all the way there. Mosca's 2 innings of relief scoreless. He allowed 2 hits, no runs or walks, and struck out 2. That in relief of Brad Bergeson, who threw 5 scoreless innings tonight. The 3-1 pitch. Alfonso swings away, lifts a fly ball in the air to right. Should be easy for Robinson. He makes the catch. And barring a comeback here from the Ducks, Alfonso's on-base streak will come to an end at 12 straight games.
Duck shortstop, number 12, Dan Lyons, number 12.
So 1 away, and here is the shortstop, Dan Lyons, to the plate. The numbers this year on Downing: he has pitched in 13 games, 1-0 record of 4.91 ERA, 13 hits in 14 2/3 innings, 9 runs, 8 of them earned. He has walked 16 and struck out 16, so walks have been an issue for Downing. First pitch here to Lyons, and that fastball buzzed up high and inside. So the count is 1-0. Downing stands in at just 5'11" on the mound, 180 pounds. Just turned 31. And last year was with Sussex County in the Can-Am League. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That is taken on the inside corner for a strike to even up the count at 1-1. Lyons has grounded to third and popped to right in his 2 at-bats. From the stretch, the pitch. Lyons takes downstairs from Downing for ball 2. And now 2 balls and a strike on the Ducks shortstop. Barnstormers are outhitting the Ducks 9-4 in this ball game. Here comes the 2-1 delivery from Downing. He delivers. Lyons swings, lifts a fly ball foul to the first base side out of play. That'll even up the count at 2-2. We mentioned earlier the Yankees won 3-2 over the Athletics today. Sabathia the win, improved to 5-2. Cotton the loss fell to 3-5. Betances his 5th save. Holiday hit his 9th home run of the year for the Yankees, and Fegley his 2nd for the Athletics. As for the Mets, they're clinging to a 4-3 lead in the 7th in Pittsburgh over the Pirates. Here comes the 2-2. And Lyons will take a slider outside. Good eye from the Duck shortstop to run the count full. Mets with home runs tonight from Darno, his 5th, Duda his 6th, and Bruce his 12th. McCutcheon went deep for the Pirates, his 7th. Zach Wheeler started. And now into the game for the Mets is Neil Ramirez. Garrett Cole started for the Pirates, and Wade LeBlanc now pitching. Lyons fouls one off. That'll keep the count full at 3-2, and the Red Bulls just completed a victory tonight over the New England Revolution, 2-1 at Red Bull Arena on second half goals from Bradley Wright Phillips and Daniel Royer. Meanwhile, here the Barnstormers lead at 8-0 with the bases empty and 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. A very slow-moving affair between these 2 teams tonight. And the 3-2 delivery to Lyons once again is fouled back behind the plate. I would love to have totaled how many foul balls there have been in this game. I would venture to say between the 2 sides, it's got to be at least 50. But there have been a ton of foul balls on both sides tonight, especially many with 2 outs in an inning. (3-2) once again, and Lions are swinging a miss for strike 3. Cut through the pitch over the outside corner. There is strikeout number 1 for Downing, the 9th for Barnstormer pitching.
Top of the order for Long Island with left fielder number 20, Nolan Reimold. Number 20.
So with 2 outs here is Nolan Reimold to the plate. Reimold 0 for 3 in this game with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. He is still looking for his first hit since coming back from injury. And the first pitch to him here, it's a breaking ball over the outside corner from Downing for strike 1. Downing, originally a draft pick of the Giants back in 2009, 50th round pick. Last year, pitched in the Can-Am League and combined to post a 5-4 record. As Reimold swings and misses for strike 2. That was between Troy Riviere and the Sussex County Miners. He's played independent baseball throughout his career except for the first 2 seasons, which were in the Giants organization. Here's the 0-2. Reimold swings, pops one up. right along the first baseline, and foul ground goes Casey Hobson. And Hobson will make the catch. Ducks go in order
Now, fans,
in their
please
half
take a
of
look
the
at
eighth
the Duck
inning.
Vision scoreboard at left center field. Here's a word from
So we will head to the ninth at
Robbie
Bethpage
Hospital
Ballpark.
Medical
Barnstormers 3 defensive outs away from a victory.
Hey fans, this is catcher Alex Berg, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Fans, have you downloaded the Long Island Ducks mobile app yet? It is powered by Clear Vision apps, and it's available for free right now. You can download it for free by visiting the Apple Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. You can get push notifications with updates on Ducks games and giveaways that are going on and any other breaking news within the organization. You can also keep track of the schedule. You can buy tickets right on your mobile device. So many different things that you can do via the mobile app, so make sure you download it today for free. So we go to the ninth inning, and it will be Chinwe Sao who comes on to pitch for the Ducks. He is their fifth reliever of the night. Ducks earlier today only needed one reliever to throw the final 3 innings, and that was Yuri De La Rosa, who allowed just 2 walks and struck out 4. Tonight the Ducks bullpen has thrown a total of 4 1/3 innings. They have allowed 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 walks while striking out 5. As Amalio Diaz pitched a scoreless inning in the 8th, allowed a walk to Darian Sanford with 2 outs, but struck out the side in the inning. The Ducks pitching staff as a whole in this game has struck out 12 batters, so that has been a bright spot. As the 12 strikeouts for Ducks pitching ties a season high. They have only done it one other time, May 5th here against Southern Maryland. So Chinwe Sao, who's the closer for the Ducks, comes in at this point, as he will need some work, so he'll get some action here. And the first pitch is swung on its last foul, third base side out of play. Sao closed out the Ducks win, or both of their wins, I should say, in Bridgeport. The 3-0 win on Tuesday and the 7-5 win on Wednesday, but has not pitched since then. So he gets some action here. Jim Fuller, who threw 2 innings yesterday, and Tyler Levine, who threw 2 2/3 innings. The only other Ducks pitchers that have yet to pitch. I guess David Artsma as well has also not pitched. Oh, no, he did pitch in game 1, my mistake. This ball down in the dirt, got away from the catcher Pacheco, but Caleb Gindel is all right. The count 1-1. I don't know if that caught his foot after it hit the dirt or anything, but he seems to be fine. Gindel and Robinson, the only 2 Barnstormers who haven't reached in this game. Robinson is 0 for 4, as is Gindel. Gindel has struck out 3 times, twice looking, 1 swinging. Now the 1-1 from Sal is swung and lifted in the air down the right field line. Sanko on the run. It's going to drop in for a base hit. 10th hit of the ball game for the Barnstormers as Gindel reaches to begin the 9th. Lancaster with the leadoff man on.
First baseman number 18, Casey Hobson. Number 18.
The numbers on the year for Chinwe Sao have been great. 10 games, 1-1 record, and a 0.90 ERA. He has 3 saves. And in 10 innings, he's given up 1 run on 8 hits, 6 walks to 7 strikeouts. Recently filled in as the closer for David Artsma, who had been under the weather. First pitch here is on the outside corner for strike 1. Artsma is back healthy. He pitched a scoreless inning in game 1 of the doubleheader today. So we'll see if Sal slides back into that 8th inning role. And Artsma goes back to the closer role. Here's the 0-1. Slash foul, third base side out of play. And the count quickly 0-2 on Casey Hobson, who has been retired his last 2 times up, bouncing to first in the 5th inning and striking out in the 7th. Before that, though, an RBI single, an RBI double, and a run scored. If there was a Player of the Day award for the 2 games of the doubleheader, he certainly would have it, as he has driven in 6 runs between the 2 games. Here's the 0-2, and he takes a breaking ball off the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes now. $5,720 tonight here at Bethpage Ballpark, and they are excited for the fireworks that will shoot off following the game. Here's the 1-2 pitch. A half swing and a ball down low. Strike 3 as Casey Hobson goes down swinging. So a new season high in strikeouts for Ducks pitching, as they have now set down 13 Barnstormer batters on strikes.
Sean Halton, number 19.
So there is the first out. And now that will bring to the plate third baseman Sean Halton, who has had himself a great ball game here in the nightcap after getting the day game off. Sal gets the sign from Pacheco. And his first pitch is a fastball taken up high, 1-0. Halton, after grounding into a force out in the first inning, hit a 2-run home run on the first pitch he saw of the 3rd inning to left field. That was his 8th home run of the year. Flew out to right in the 5th, but then picked up an RBI single to right with 2 outs in the 7th against Zach Treese. His pitch misses low, and Sal behind at 2 balls and no strikes. Sal, as we mentioned, earned the save in both games in Bridgeport, combined to give up just 1 hit and 1 walk in the 2 innings, striking out 3. 2-0. Halton takes a fastball at the belt, a called strike. And that will run the count to 2-1. Looking ahead into the bottom of the 9th, where the Ducks need to start getting base runners if they want to rally back. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Cleary Jr., Sanko, and Reyes due up. Here's the 2-1. And this is popped up in the air, foul behind the plate. Pacheco giving chase back towards the screen. He'll run out of room, and it lands on the warning track. So Pacheco got a late break on it and wasn't able to come up and make the grab. So that'll even up the count at 2-2. Again, Ducks will go with right-hander John Brownell in tomorrow's game, the ace to take the mound for the final game of this series. He's 3-0 with a 2.49 ERA. Nate Reed, the lefty, will go for the Barnstormers, 0-1 with a 5.14 earned run average as Halton swings through a fastball for strike 3. So they get 14 strikeouts for Ducks pitching.
On the Cradle Aviation table.
And with 2 away, that will leave it up to the second baseman, Garrett Weber.
Number 4.
First pitch on the way is taken low for ball 1 by Garrett Weber, the second baseman who has made a nice defensive play in this game. He is 1 for 3 at the plate with a single, also has been hit by a pitch. And in between those, a fly out to right and a ground out to short. On the stretch, here's the 1-0. Now that fastball catches the outside corner for a strike to even up the count at 1-1. Weber was robbed of a base hit in the 5th. A nice play up the middle by Duck shortstop Dan Lyons. The Ducks have made a couple of nice plays in this game. He had 1 and Reyes had 1. A 1-1. That breaking ball just off the outside corner. And the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 1 the count. Sal ready, kicks and fires. This swung on and missed. Good fastball, and that's cut through. So the count goes to 2-2 on Garrett Weber, and Sal is now a strike away from striking out the side here in the 9th after Amalio Diaz did that in the 8th. And the Ducks pitching staff may get 15 strikeouts tonight. Here it comes. That fastball just missed the outside corner. Might have been a little low too. It was close. But that runs the count full at 3-2, which means the runner from first, Gindel, will be off on the pitch. He singled to open the inning, a blooper in a shallow right. 3-2 coming from Sal. There goes Gindel, and the pitch is taken high for ball 4. So Sal ends up walking Garrett Weber with 2 outs in the inning. That is the 4th walk given up by Ducks pitching in this game.
Hastings Village, number 5.
And with 2 on and 2 out, that'll leave it up to the left fielder, Lastings Millage, who was 1 for 3 with a walk in this game. He's also scored a run. 8-0 Barnstormers, top of the 9th inning. And here is Millage to the plate from the right side. Sal comes set on the hill. And his first pitch is down and away, missed for ball 1. Millage drew a walk in the 2nd inning, eventually got picked off at second base on a great move by Tim Melville. Picked up an infield single to short in the 4th, stole 2nd, and came around to score on the RBI base hit by Anderson De La Rosa. Since then, he's grounded to the mound and grounded to second base. Here he takes a breaking ball inside. And again, some troubles with 2 outs. Sal gets 2 strikeouts after the leadoff single, but walks Weber on 6 pitches, and now behind on Millage 2-0. Pacheco flashes the signs. Ready to go is Sal. Here's the pitch. And Millage fouls this one straight back to the screen. Got a good pitch to hit and 2-0 and fought it off. So on the count now, 2-1 on Millage. If he reaches Trayvon Robinson, will get an opportunity to join the party, as everybody else for the Barnstormers has been on base at least once in this game. Fly ball foul to the first base side, out of play off the bat of Millage. So go back into the seats and even up the count at 2-2. And again, Sal is a strike away from getting out of any further trouble here in this 9th inning. A leadoff single and a 2-out walk for the Barnstormers against former big leaguer Chinwe Sal, who spent time last year in the big leagues with the Dodgers. He was the first ever Taiwanese pitcher in Major League history when he joined the Rockies. 2-2, swinging a foul tip, just getting a little piece of it was Millage, enough to fight it off and stay alive at the plate, so we'll do it again at 2-2. Sal first made it to the big leagues with the Rockies in 2003. Struggled that year, but ended up pitching in 57 total Major League games, 8 of them starts. And now in his first season here with the Ducks. Here comes a 2-2. And Millage will swing and line one into center field. Delta Cleary Jr. on the run back, reaches up, and he cannot make the catch. This will go past him and all the way to the wall. Scoring is Gindel. Rounding third and coming in is Weber. The throw comes into third. They've got Millage caught. And the tag will be made by Giovanni Alfonso. But 2 more runs score on the play. And it is now a 10-0 lead for the Barnstormers. So in the inning, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and ultimately nobody left on base. We will head to the bottom of the 9th, the Ducks trailing 10-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher David Artsma, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolette patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat. the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Well, a two-run double by Elastic's Millage in the ninth makes it a 10-run lead for the Barnstormers as we go to the bottom half of the ninth inning. And Lancaster will try and close out this game to complete a sweep of this day-night doubleheader and earn themselves a guaranteed series win over the Ducks. And they would then be able to go for the sweep of the series in tomorrow's finale, which will be at 1:35. We'll have more on that for you during the post-game show, which will come up after the final out of the ball game. We'll recap this game, hand out the Player of the Game award. And then we will take one final look at the out-of-town scoreboard before we head out the door. R.J. Hively has come to the game to pitch, the third reliever of the night for the Barnstormers, as Mascot and Downing have each thrown relief appearances without giving up a run. A scoreless inning for Downing with a strikeout. So here is Hively into the game, and he faces Delta Cleary Jr., who just missed a terrific catch in center field for the final out of the ninth inning. First pitch is taken for a strike at the knees, 0-1. Ball went off the end of his glove, and it ended up in a two-run double for Millage, with the inning only ending because he got into a rundown between second and third, trying to stretch it into a triple. Here comes the 0-1. And Cleary Jr. swings, and it's a ground ball to second base. Two hops there for Weber. Goes on a first for the out, one away here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Numbers on the year.
Number 26, Angelo Sonko. Number 26.
For R.J. Hively, he's pitched in 12 games, 2-0 record, a 3.21 ERA. 16 hits given up in 14 innings. He has allowed 6 runs, 5 of them earned. 3 walks to 18 strikeouts. Here's Angelo Sonko to the plate from the left side. Lost a 16-game on-base streak yesterday, and the first pitch to him here. It's a fastball taken low, 1-0. Sonko tonight is over 3. A fly out to center, a fly out to right, and a strikeout swinging. Okay, the Ducks with just 4 hits in this game that have been their only 4 base runners. They have not drawn a walk tonight. And they have struck out a total of 9 times. The 1-0. Sonko takes a fastball at the knees for a strike, 1-1. Been a tough day overall for the Ducks, but in game 1, they got an early lead. They came back and took a lead, but ultimately it was lost leads that ended up being the issue with those 2 out runs. And tonight it's just been an all-around dominant performance from the Barnstormers. They have pitched well, they have hit well, and they have played strong defense. The 1-1. And Sonko takes a fastball down and in for ball 2. And tomorrow will obviously be a very important game for the Ducks going into the Memorial Day off day. Try and pick up a win, end this series on a high note, and keep within striking distance in the Liberty Division race. 2-1. Sonko swings and taps this one foul back behind the plate. That'll even the count at 2-2. I asked Angelo Sonko and Patrick Kreider in my 2 pregame interviews today whether or not the doubleheaders for the Ducks have been tough. This is the Ducks' 6th doubleheader this season of this season already, and we've played just a little bit over a month, about a month and a week. 5 weeks of baseball thus far. And asked how taxing it has been, and they definitely both said it's been tough. It definitely is both physically and mentally taxing on these teams. They've had some extra off days because of rainouts, but it kind of gets nixed when you have to play 2 the next day. 2-2. Sonko swings and fouls one off. This, of course, was a scheduled day-night doubleheader at the beginning of the season. A couple of the ones that the Ducks have been scheduled already this year. The Ducks midweek one in Bridgeport this past Wednesday was scheduled, a scheduled single admission doubleheader. Earlier this season in York at the beginning of the month, there was a scheduled day-night doubleheader. But 3 others have been because of rainouts. 2-2 on the way to Sonko. And he'll take a fastball on the inside corner, strike 3 called. So make it 10 strikeouts for Barnstormer pitching. There is the second out of the ninth, and the last hope for the Ducks tonight is Elmer Reyes.
Number 13, Elmer Reyes, number 13.
Ducks will have another doubleheader coming up, and that is going to be on Friday in Bridgeport. After their series finale was rained out on Thursday up in Connecticut, they will now have to play a doubleheader next Friday to start off that series. So that turns into a 4-game weekend set. Ducks will then have an off day Monday before going to New Britain, Connecticut for 3. First pitch to Elmer Reyes, misses low and inside for ball 1 from the right-hander Hively, who last year spent time with the Bridgeport Bluefish. The 1-0 pitch coming up. Hively gets the sign and comes set. He kicks and comes home, and Reyes takes inside. That hit him. Well, I can't say I'm all that surprised to see that. The Barnstormers have had 3 players get hit in this game, and I think all of them unintentionally, so not surprised to see a Ducks batter get hit with 2 outs and the bases empty in the 9th.
First baseman number 34, Mark Krause, number 34.
It's the first Ducks batter to get on by something other than a hit. So that'll give Mark Krause an opportunity to come to the plate. And he will bat from the left side. I'm not sure if home plate umpire Mike Williams just warned both sides or not, but I don't think he did. I thought I looked and saw it. So here's Mark Krause. Now this is on the ground to the right side in the hole, fielded by the second baseman Weber. He throws to first for the out. This ball game is over, and the Lancaster Barnstormers take this one 10-0 over the Ducks to complete the sweep of this doubleheader, and they have earned themselves a series win here on Long Island. Don't go anywhere. The postgame show is coming up next. We're going to recap this game and hand out the Player of the Game award.
Hey fan, this is a pitcher Amali Diaz, and you listen to the Ducks baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up. It's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
Well, the fireworks spectacular beginning here at Bethpage Ballpark. It caps off a day that was certainly a disappointing one for the Ducks. The fans, though, will get a nice fireworks show to close out this day, but a disappointment for the Ducks overall as they are swept in this day-night doubleheader. They lost the game earlier today 6-4, and the nightcap all Barnstormers as they win it 10-0 over the Ducks. So Lancaster now 6 games over 500 at 21-15. The Ducks dropped to 2 games under 500 with their 3rd straight defeat. They're now 17-19. Quick recap of this game. The Barnstormers took the early lead in the first inning when Rico Noel singled to center field to open the frame, and then Casey Hobson with an RBI single to right, scoring Noel, who had stolen second. That made it 1-0 in the 3rd inning. A 1-out hit by pitch of Noel, and a stolen base put him at second. After Gindel struck out, Hobson and RBI double down the right field line. Halton, the 2-run home run to left, his 8th of the year. And the Barnstormers led 4-0 after 3. They would tack on 2 more in the 4th. When Millage reached on an infield single, stole second, and scored on a 1-out RBI single by Anderson De La Rosa. De La Rosa would go to second on an error by Nolan Reimold and would come home with 2 outs and an RBI single to center by Rico Noel. Zach Treese came on a pitch in the 7th. That was all, by the way, against Tim Melville, the starter for the Ducks, who had come in with 11 consecutive scoreless innings, but he did not have his best stuff tonight and got roughed up for 6 runs in 3 2/3 innings, 5 of them earned. And did strike out 7, though. Zach Treese came in the 7th inning and hit the leadoff man Sanford, walked Noel, struck out 2 in a row, but allowed a 2-out RBI single to Sean Halton. That was the theme of the day. And a wild pitch that ended up scoring Noel. So 2 runs in the 7th, made it 8-0. And 2 more runs coming home in the 9th. A leadoff single by Caleb Gindel off Chinwe Sao, who then struck out the next 2, but again with 2 outs. Garrett Weber drew a walk, and Lastix Millage followed with a 2-run double to center field to bring in both Gindel and Weber. And that rounded out the scoring at 10-0. The Ducks, meanwhile, had a total of 5 base runners in the game. They got 4 hits, 2 singles from Cleary Jr., a double from Reyes, a single from Kraus. And then in the 9th inning with 2 outs, Elmer Reyes was hit by a pitch. That was it for the Ducks. Aside from that, the Barnstormers win at 10-0. The total's 10 runs, 11 hits, an error for Lancaster. They left a total of 6 on base. For the Ducks, no runs, 4 hits, 1 error. They left a total of 5. Bergeson, the win, improved to 3-2 with 5 scoreless innings. He allowed just 2 hits and struck out 6. Tim Melville, the loser, fell to 2-3. And no save in the game, which took an unmanageable 3 hours and 19 minutes in front of 5,720 here at Bethpage Ballpark. Player of the game here for the nightcap of the doubleheader will go to Sean Halton and Rico Noel. They're going to share it. Halton was 2 for 5 with a home run, 3 RBIs, and a run scored. And Noel was 2 for 3. He drove in 1 but scored 3 runs and had a pair of stolen bases. So we'll give it to Noel and Halton. They will share the player of the game honors here for the nightcap. We'll take one more break. When we come back, the out-of-town scores, and then we'll wrap things up from Long Island.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Tyler Wilson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Back here one final time tonight at Bethpage Ballpark. Long Island Ducks dropped the doubleheader finale today by a final count of 10-0. They are swept at the Twin Bill, and the Barnstormers have now taken the first 3 games of this series. They will go for the sweep tomorrow in the series finale. More on that in a bit. First, the out-of-town scores. Today, a doubleheader sweep by the Blue Crabs. In fact, they completely shut out the Bees today in this day-night doubleheader, winning the day game, which was 7 innings, 2-0, and the nightcap 6-0, which was 9. In the day game, the winning pitcher, Brian Grenning, improved to 2-1. Brian Dupre, the loser, fell to 3-2. RBIs from Rodriguez and Cone did the damage for the Blue Crabs. In the nightcap, which they won 6-0, Gabby Hernandez, the win, improved to 3-0. The loser was Anthony Marzi, who fell to 3-3. No save in that game. No home runs, but for the Blue Crabs, 2 RBIs and 2 hits from Jose Lozada leading the way. Revolution rallied back for a 5-4 victory over the Sugarland Skeeters. The winner in relief was Chase Hutchinson, improved to 2-0. Mark Haynes, the loser, fell to 1-1. And the save went to Jared Morton, his 2nd of the year. Home runs in the game for Sugarland. Giansanti, his 3rd. Wilkins, his 9th. Cordero, his 2nd. And for York, Guzman hit his 3rd. And in Somerset, the Patriots will win today 5-1 over the Bridgeport Bluefish. So they now lead the Ducks in the division by a total of 6 games. The winning pitcher for Somerset was Rick Teasley. He improved to 3-0. The loser, Rainey Lara, fell to 3-1. No save in the game. And there were no home runs. Jonathan Galvez had an RBI for Bridgeport. And for Somerset, they picked up RBIs from 2 from Eggleston and 3 from Rosario. The Yankees are winner today over the Oakland Athletics by the final count of 3-2. The winner was Sabathia, who improved on the year to 5-2. The loser, Cotton, fell to 3-5. Betances, his 5th save of the season. For the Yankees, a home run from Matt Holliday, his 9th of the year, and for the A's from Josh Fegley, his 2nd. The Mets were visiting the Pirates today, and they pick up the win. They are leading right now, 4-3 going into the bottom half of the 9th inning. Zach Wheeler in line for the win for the Mets. Garrett Cole in line for the loss for the Pirates. And Fernando Salas was most recently in. We'll see who comes on to pitch the bottom half of the 9th, probably Addison Reed. For the Mets, home runs from d'Arnaud, his 5th, Duda his 6th, and Bruce his 12th. For the Pirates, McCutchen hit his 7th home run. And the Red Bulls get a win today, 2-1 over the New England Revolution on second half goals from Bradley Wright Phillips and Daniel Royer. So that'll do it for the out-of-town scoreboard. Tomorrow, the series finale at 1:35 p.m. to close out this Memorial Day weekend set. For the Long Island Ducks, they will send to the mound right-hander John Brownell, their ace, who they will need to give them length, and hoping that he will be able to stop the bleeding in this series. For the right-hander, he is 3-0 on the season, has a 2.49 ERA. On the other side, left-hander Nate Reed will go for Lancaster. He is 0-1 this year with a 5.14 ERA. The Ducks will look to salvage the finale of this series and go into the off day on Monday on a high note after a disappointing day here on Long Island, where the Barnstormers come away with back-to-back victories over the Ducks as they win Game 1 earlier today 6-4 and Game 2 here tonight 10-0. So that'll do it for us here at Bethpage Ballpark tonight. Once again, the final score was Lancaster 10 and Long Island nothing. We invite you to join us for our next Ducks broadcast, and that will be tomorrow afternoon when these two teams close out the 4-game series. Pregame show will begin at 1:20, the first pitch at 1:35. You can follow all the action right here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. My name is Michael Pollock. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday with me. Hope you enjoyed both broadcasts here today. Have a great rest of your Saturday night. We'll do it all over again on Sunday afternoon here at Bethpage Ballpark. Good night and so long from Central Islip, New York.